All right, hello everybody, and welcome to. I believe this is the first set of games of League for the Varsity event. Obviously, Imperial versus UCL, banger of a series. Shame that this year, we have to do it online, but it's still going to be fun. That way, you get more teams playing. And I'm joined today with Blue Jay. Yeah, and both of us are going to bring you the team free gameplay from both universities. Jay, are you hyped up for this one?
Yes, indeed. It's very strong for both sides. Just by looking at the tiers in the solo queue, it seems like both team has like a peak platinum player, but in terms of the other players, UCL have more of the gold players. So it looks like UCL might have a very slight advantage in terms of the laning phase, but we have to look. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And just, I know you guys can't see yet, so we're going to cheat a bit, but UCL have blue side and Imperial have red side. Not that it really matters at this level, but just so, and I believe the overlay is going to clarify it afterwards. I mean, I don't really know much of about the two teams, I'll be honest, but we're going to discover more about them as they go into the pick and ban phase.
Yes.
I think the overlay is backwards. This should be King's College. King's College is not playing, but our guy is. Guys, remember, spam this tree to fire GZE. All right, so we see Yumi ban coming out from UCL. Apocalypse is a known Yumi player on his OPGG, and Anivia also comes out to ban Zetsu. Interesting to see the Volibear gets banned and the Akali. I don't think Akali is that strong of a champion. General, like we're in a team gameplay, Volibear is quite strong at the moment, but maybe they have UCL have some pro Akali player. I didn't have the time to look up.
Yeah,
Sadly,
there are some of the recent games that where Akali was on full fire and or even on the pro level. So I think they might just have a think about it. Volley recently got buffed on the 11.6 patch and it can now flex on both top and jungle. So yeah, I think Volibear ban 100% makes sense. We have a Z ban coming up.
Yeah, that one's a bit surprising. The Senna ban is a ban to Apocalypse. So these are our target bans from UCL side, and Tristana's picked off first an extremely strong champion that can be flexed both mid and ADC. So it's quite a very good first pick.
Yep.
There's no real lane counters to it as well, so it's a very strong first pick. And we're gonna see what Imperial picks. They opt for the Zilean, so this is a comfort pick for Apocalypse. This is what I know from experience. Kai'Sa is a fairly good champion. I wouldn't say a high priority pick, but yeah, I think it's fine that they pick it. I would have rather they picked it on their third pick. To try and force UCL to either pick an ADC now and see if it goes mid or not. But yeah.
Yeah, Kai'Sa can be considered as like one of the good picks, but recently on the pro level it really didn't show up much. For example, in LCK, 10 picks and 2 wins and 8 losses. That does not look good in terms of Kai'Sa's statistics, but who knows?
Yeah, Leona getting picked now from UCL side makes me think that Tristana is most likely going to be played ADC, simply because the kill pressure level 2 is just insane. The chain CC, the Tristana jump in. Interesting to see if we get the Evelyn pick now. It's a quite a solo Q-esque champion.
Yes, indeed.
But
very
if the enemy team,
Q-esque.
if Imperial are really good at tracking, where she was clearing those camps, they'll have a fairly good idea of where she's going to be. And Mundo, I think, is actually quite a good answer to.
Oh, Mundo is.
Actually, nah, Mundo's Kindred. I'm getting trolled. I was going to say Mundo is a good pick. Mundo would have been a good pick into Evelyn because you can't really assassinate it, and Mundo's just gonna do Mundo things. But
Yeah.
Kindred, I see the value, but you need to react right to the Evelyn.
Yes, indeed. It kind of giving a pressure to their top and mid laner, or like top and supporter to do quite a tanky top tanky support. Yeah.
Yeah, but Kindred isn't that bad. It's quite funny they have both Kindred and Zillion. Both two champions are going to keep you alive at the brink of death. So it's quite funny, But
Yes,
so the
Garen
bans are
been
coming
coming
out. I don't know why the Garen's out. Diana, might be a pretty good champion, and the Yone. Yone's quite,
Yone,
I think,
yeah.
fairly strong. But they're probably banning out mid laners to test if Tristana is mid or AD, but I still think it's going to go AD because of the Leona pick. I just think it's a better.
Some of the spotlight went to Garen this patch because of it kind of effectively counters all the assassin champion coming into mid laner like Zed, Katarina, or Yone. So it might be a plausible ban. Recently, one bans from the Pro League. So yeah.
Yeah, Seraphine. So Seraphine is a really strong champion, and I'm surprised actually now that I see it banned on the last ban that it wasn't picked by either teams. She just brings a lot of value to team fights, especially with her ult, just getting extended, like when it hits allies and then enemies. So it's a lot of CC and from very far away. The Malphite pick, if it's not a proxy, I've not been told so. So I think Malphite's it's a solid. It's, as Malphite would say, it's a rock solid champion in the top lane.
Yes,
it's really not going to fall off at all.
Diego
so Viego is probably going to be top lane. Top lane Viego. I doubt it's going to be mid, but it could. We'll have to see with the last pick to see what they confirm. But it's
there are kind of a lot of like flexibility in terms of the UCL's pick right now. We have to definitely look at the last pick to just lock in all the 5 champions. We have.
Is this a proxy?
Okay, no.
No. Okay.
Well,
so yeah. So Viego's gonna be mid, which I'm not. Yeah, Viego is quite a strong champion, but we'll have to see with what Imperial answers here.
It seems like UCL have just self-counted. Mars are coming in, but both Gnar and Viego is kind of heavily AD, which can be easily countered by Malphite, so I'm just a bit concerned about maybe UCL self-countering themselves in both lanes where they need some of the priority.
Yeah, but what they need to do is the reason why they're stacking like AD is because they want the Evelyn to be the carry, right? So they're just gonna be Evelyn's gonna be the sole source of AP damage, and they're just praying that Evelyn's gonna kill, all right?
Yes, indeed. But in terms of ICO's perspective, then like if they can successfully stop Evelyn from like growing up without any kind of major accident happening in the laning phase, then UCL has to be like heavily AD dependent, which then Malphite can just like perfectly go on fire.
Yeah, I agree. We're just gonna have to see how. So, I'm gonna go back to the. We've got 4 minutes at least now, right? Because of the the delay. So, I think we should probably just. So I think top lane, there's not much to talk about. Gnar versus Malphite. Malphite's just gonna sit on the turrets and just get pushed in by Gnar, and it's just gonna be just a handshake, right?
Yeah, just a handshake, but slightly in favor of Malphite, I'll say.
Yeah, later, but early it's like you're playing versus ranged. I mean, depends how they play it, right? How they play the first few waves, who gets the advantage. Yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see because bot lane, for me, is heavily favored UCL side. Tristana, Leona just have kill pressure at any point of the game. And so I wouldn't be surprised to see Evelyn playing bot side a lot because bot lane are going to have high prio, and then they can easily follow the rotation of Evelyn into enemy jungle. And Kindred is a weird champion, right? Kindred really wants the first 4 marks as fast as possible because that's its biggest power spike.
Yes.
because that's when he gets 75 range extra, which is like basically free passives worth, like free stacks worth.
Yep.
Afterwards. So if you can get those early 4 marks, you're really good. But the minute you start falling behind or you get denied camps, it's going to be hard because if the camps spawn in enemy bot lane, enemy bot side jungle,
then that'll be a huge problem for Kindred.
yeah, Kindred can't really go in because Kai'Sa Zillion, unless UCL played really bad, Kai'Sa Zillion's never going to have the kill pressure that Tristana and Leona has, ever. So it means that it's really easy to rotate out.
Yeah.
In the mid, I'll be honest, I've never watched Viego versus Malzahar.
Yeah, same. Viego was global banned throughout the whole patch, like patch 11.5, 11.6, due to some of the critical bugs that they have. So I haven't seen a lot of matchups like Viego versus Malzahar. I haven't even seen Viego coming mid that much, even in the solo queue. So yeah, not much data. So it'll be more interesting for us to watch.
Yeah, it's so I can see that Malzahar's pick is like, you know, kind of funny because Evelyn's gonna be in the way I see it, Evelyn's gonna be in Invis, right? Until the point where she wants to rotate her abilities, and I can see the Malzahar playing spamming his R key at like random points on the screen to get him once he unveils, right?
Yeah,
Because
is considered as a counter of something hard engaged. So yeah, it is a bit understandable to counter Gnar coming in with his Mega Gnar or like Leona coming with his Zenith Blade combo. So yeah, but eventually Evelyn will be the big problem. Like yeah, he have to spam his R once he sees where Evelyn is just to save their main carry.
and now we get to actually see the their summoner spells. So you know, interesting to me that Viego opted for the TP. I would have. I don't know. I don't know how Viego actually plays out, but I probably would have imagined the Ignite would be better just to get kill pressure early. But then again, you're playing against Malzahar. But then again, Viego has insane sustain, so I don't know. I feel like when you take TP in this, you know, I'm not saying this to shit on them, but when you're gold, plat, and you take TP, it's only to TP to lane, right? You're never gonna use it to TP bot on when they're overextended or punished. I might be proven wrong in this game, but I would rather see
More
like
like
something
lane
like
sustainability. TP is used for lane sustainability mid lane, for example, like mid Zillion took a TP usually, but yeah, Viego TP is very interesting.
it's like they're gonna use it, and then a minute 15, their summoner key is not gonna work anymore. They're never gonna TP again, unless they die and they have to rush Baron or something. But it's like, yeah, and just the rest looks like fairly normal. I would have liked to see the runes actually, but I think oh wait, I can actually see them in the no, not yet. Can only see them afterwards when we're in the loading screen.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, it looks like a very interesting match from now on. Like quite a lot of top tier picks going in favor of UCL side, but it is also will be interesting to watch how ICL will counter those strategies that UCL have brought to in terms of the ban pick phase.
Yeah, I think it's all gonna come down to, you know, can Kindred get the first 4 marks? Can they? Are the lanes gonna have enough priority for Kindred to get those marks early? Because
Yeah, this will
if
automatically bring the
they
very
can't, it's just gonna be too hard. Yeah. And we're gonna have a 30-second break, is it? I think just to change overlays or some magic trick. I don't know. I'm just a voice in my head is telling me to say something. So yeah, we'll be back
yeah,
like 30
it'll be
seconds.
some technical magic coming in soon.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
And we are back, guys. Nice. All right, Jay. What do you think of the runes that the players have? Yeah, walk us through your thought process on this. Are there
Really,
any that strike out as weird?
yeah, nothing really special in terms of the rune selection. All of the 9 champions, actually, not 10, have just taken the ordinary runes that like typical players would do. Apart from Nah went for the grasp of Undying. Usually there is a lot of choice for Nah, like going like Conqueror, going for the press the attack. But in this case, he went for Grasp of the Undying for the sustainability. Usually Nah goes Grasp of the Undying when he goes in terms like he wants to take the ultimate sustainability. So yeah, apart from that, nothing really special in terms of the runes, I'll say.
I mean, I think Nar should have gone Fleet Footwork into Comet Malphite.
Yeah,
Because otherwise he's going to lose the sustain war. So this is quite an interesting dynamic, because that means that, matchups are only going to be Malphite favored now.
yeah. Comet Malphite has a really strong laning phase with his like Q, like keep queuing when Gnaw is on mini Gnaw, and just like
Yeah.
step back when it comes to the Mega Gnaw, and like by repeating the process like for a few times, then yeah, we would just see Gnaw having like almost low HP, and if you have level 6, then it'll be a nice kill. So yeah, that'll be a bit concerning in terms of Gnaw. So yeah.
So one thing we have to, so both junglers are going, bot to top side. And so we're going to have to see, wait, hold that thought, bot lane there's an engage, Kai'Sa gets Leona to level 2, and that's the combo I was talking about,
Yeah,
so
nice
Ignite
initiation
traded,
stuff from Zenith's Blade.
Ignite traded, and hold that thought as well, as mid lane we see a Sin gank at level 3, forcing the flash out. And Gnar is already roaming down when he went down toward his the red buff. This might mean that Kindred has to flash away. Evelyn flashes over, is silenced by the Malzahar, so he can't follow up on the spells. And this is going to be quite weird. Maybe Evelyn and Gnar should force the topside jungle push in, because, flashless Kindred looks like they're just going to camp out the scuttle to secure it.
Yeah, it's
I was
like
going
a
to say,
flash for flash tray, but in terms of the top lane, Gnaw have already moved down for level 2 kind of fight, but now they have a level difference already. This is even worse for Gnaw to
Yeah.
like level up with Malphite, but he's already like a
yeah.
level with Malph, so it doesn't look really good. Like if he get a first blood, like that would be in favor of Gnaw, but nothing eventually went on. Like nothing really important went on.
And we have to look at bot lane, because the scuttle spawned with the mark in the bot one, and that's just extremely unlucky for UCL. Because, it's a 50-50 flip early game if it's top crab or bot crab. If it had been top crab, Gnar's play of walking down to help would have been, justified. But now he's just down in HP, down in levels. And Kindred doing a weird clear, but manages to secure his first essential stack.
Yes, not the worst start from Kindred, but yeah, this Gnaw looks really concerning. He's already like lower than half HP. Although Malphite have not that much mana to send more Qs, but it's still like extremely bad situation for Gnaw to keep his laning phase on. He might get killed, he might get dive. Mega Gnaw coming in soon though.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough. It's really weird, because I would have thought that having warded the red buff when he walked down, that Evelyn and Gnar would have both walked into enemy jungle to force Kindred off the red. And at least fight it, because Kindred was flashless at that point.
No.
And bot lane, we just see the engage coming in from Leona, the E and the Q, forcing the flash from the Kai'Sa. Nice Zillion coming in, stun coming in to slow down the engage, but as you can see, they're just going to do this on repeat, right? Once Leona's rotations is up, once her E is up, it's go time. Tristana can always follow.
So right now, it might be a very vulnerable situation for him if the gang comes out successfully. Zillion even have no mana for any more combos, so that's also very concerning.
Yeah, but I think they just want to back now. They're both sitting on, 1.3. Tristana's backing at 1.2, so she could have greeded for one more wave, but it's going to be pushing back. She's staying. I think she realizes. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this one. But as we say that, we can look at mid lane. Both Evelyn and Leona are walking up towards topside scrap, wanting to make sure that their jungler secures it. Because Tristana is a fairly safe champion. She can stay by herself bot lane. And Kindred is pathing towards bot, which is weird because he just cleared his bot camps. So I think he's going to look to punish the Tristana that is by herself.
Tristana
It is not seen.
have his rocket jump.
Oh no.
Oh, that's the wrong way.
Wrong way, but the flash is up from the Tristana. The speed up comes through and it's just going to be a press the attack kill. And that's a nice pick off and punish. And really interesting play from Kindred actually, because she swept the river knowing that she wouldn't be spotted, and she held in the tribush, and Zillion walked up to W and baited the jump out.
Yeah, nicely played from ICL. Like eventually Tristana was thinking like he can jump to his base for his life, but actually Kindred was waiting. So yeah, nicely played by Imperial College. First blood. Very good start for Kindred.
Yeah, nice coordination. But we've got to look at the CS difference. Evelyn's 3 camps up, and she's level 6 already. She's level 6 at 7 mins. And Kindred is probably going to hit it after... No, she's going to hit it after one more camp. So she's running over to Raptors now, but this could be quite good. She can drop a ward and have the Malzahar TP down to it. Looks like they're not going to do anything weird about it.
Kindred is looking to contest the rep, but he's eventually recalling. And it is also important or more like interesting to notice, despite being like almost a level down from the beginning, now is leading a CS, like 11 CS, not that big lead, but anyway, leading the CS or leading the laning phase is showing that he have somehow come back from the early game difference. So yeah, that looks not bad to now.
Yeah, but I think the biggest issue is Evelyn is going to hit 7 of her next camp, and Kindred is halfway through to level 6. There's going to be a 2-level gap in the jungle, and that's not what you want, despite having 1 kill on the Kindred. And like the worst part is Evelyn just cleared her entire bot side, and top side just spawned a mark. So Kindred's going to walk in to try and secure that, but that's where Evelyn's going to go naturally.
From now on, 1 kill for Evelyn will be a huge snowball after all. He will just go on and on and on, ganking on, and then like getting more kills, and eventually they're like the 2 saving method of the Lamb's Respite and Chrono Break will not eventually work that effectively because of the Evelyn's like burst damage.
Yeah, so bot lane, quite a nice CS lead for UCL, about a wave and a bit. And mid lane, there's an advantage related to Viego. Despite having burnt his flash early, there was no real punish again. And topside, we see them fighting over the crab, the Gromp, and it goes over to Kindred, which is quite weird that they wanted to fight this, but Viego's coming in. Might have overextended a bit. Malphite is here to walk them off. They might be interested to fight this. This is a nice group up before the Malphite, and that was a clean... they just grouped up for that one, served on the platter. And yeah, I'm not too sure what UCL were planning there. They just stood grouped.
Yeah, worst positioning for Malphite ult. Malphite ult have went like really nicely in terms of proof of 4, and we have another kill. Seth's actually getting a 3 kill for this game.
Yeah, Kindred, Kindred does surprisingly a lot of damage, and I don't think Evelyn was expecting the 3rd hit passive from her W proccing at the same time as the press the attack, and that was just the damage that was needed to execute. Although it was quite a bit of a greed from Kindred, walking into the jungle, but
like, nicely played and nicely coordinated from the side of Imperial College. But yeah, I think Evelyn have just like underrated some of the
Yeah.
Kindred damage. Indeed.
And Kindred just secured her 4th mark on the Raptors because Evelyn was in base, and Kindred's pretty happy right now. She's sitting at 3 kills. She's gonna finish her boots. She's gonna have 4 stacks already, and now she can continue snowballing. Yeah, it's weird to me though that none. If we look at the vision, no wards from Imperial have been dropped past River. When you play versus Evelyn, you want to drop wards like really deep at the level of the camp because that's where she reveals herself to clear them.
Yeah, only one control ward is live now, and that's behind the tri-bush of bot lane. So yeah, that's a choice. Yeah,
that's not a good spot.
Yeah, looking for like a 3-man dive or even 4-man dive coming in possible for the bot lane kills. But yeah. Also, I forgot to mention in the pick and ban phase, but considering the importance of the early gank, like the very first gank, like if Kindred like successfully made his first gank, then that might be a huge start for Kindred. But I also forgot to mention if Evelyn successfully like make the first gank before level 6, then that could have been a huge advantage to the favor of UCL. And now they're taking Drake number 2 going down.
It looks like UCL are going to trade it for the Rift, but it feels like they're just taking the Rift Herald as I've got nothing else to do on the map sort of thing, because none of the turrets are close to falling for
only one
UCL.
of the shield from bot has been broken, and from top and mid, none of the shield. Oh!
Ooh, and we see the intense mechanical outplay coming in from the Malzahar. Flash ulting, but Viego has that invisibility, which means that Imperial aren't able to follow up on it. But they have, sort of priority. Leona is quite low, so she can easily be caught out here. She needs to be careful, and it looks like Imperial are going to call their members down to be able to secure the red buff. So Evelyn flashes forwards, but Kindred does have ult. Bot lane is running up a bit more slowly than the others, and there's a clean shutdown coming in with the Viego ult. Top lane, meanwhile, we see the Malphite ult, and just, slap, slap, slap.
Yes. Early game, like definitely early game, Gnar can outrange Malphite and just like smack him on his favor. But as item comes in 1 and 2, and look at this item, he go Bramblevest, and then he go Bramblevest first, which means now the favor goes to Malphite's side, and I think Gnar will now suffer more than he have suffered in the lane.
Yeah, so this it's a real shame that Imperial's bot lane aren't pushing their advantage of laning like 2v1. Tristana's by herself, and they're not walking up to punish the Tristana being by herself. If they had walked up, put a bit more priority, they would have been first on the rotation up towards helping Kindred secure that mark. But Kindred went in, and bot lane were behind their own river line, and you're just going to arrive too late to help it. So you need to really force it. Tristana should not be able to be farming so far up when Leona's topside.
Tristana is considered as one of the most one of the champions that can push the lanes really fast. So even despite 2v1 situations, Tristana can successfully keep pushing so that he can kind of get a safe position there.
They need to punish it. There was and I'm saying that's in topside, just clean execution from the Kindred. Looks like she is gonna die though. But it's quite a worthwhile trade, I think. Manages to secure the and Viego's looking really balanced. That champ is
I think moving on. That much damage coming in from Viego.
Yeah, Malzahar still had ult as well, so I don't know what's up with that, but Moving on, Viego has secured his own weapon, Blade of the Ruin King, and you know, Viego's quite a strong champion now. There's very little that Imperial have to, you know, be able to force. So their issue that they have, right, is there's Evelyn that's going to be doing the damage, then there's Viego on top, and then there's Tristana. And they don't have enough resources to stop all of them. You've got Malzahar ult, but that's on one of them, right?
Yeah.
Malphite ult, if they hit like all three of them, that's huge. But where's the follow-up from that, right? You're gonna have Kindred. You can have Kai'Sa follow-up, right? But you're not gonna get Malzahar to
Yeah,
do the
very
damage
much
that's
pressure
necessary
right now
to
on
kill
the
them.
shoulder of both Malza and Kai'Sa. And like no, Malphite and Kai'Sa. Sorry, Malphite need to engage perfectly, and Kai'Sa need to follow up perfectly. Very much pressure on their shoulder now. Although
Yeah,
it
and then
seems like
you know you've got to deal with the Leona when you're playing Kai'Sa, right? It's you jump in, sure, but if Leona's ready, you're just gonna die. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Imperial are gonna have to work around the team fights. It's a shame because of their Kindred and Malzahar, they should probably opt for more of a split pushing comp, you know? Because
Yeah.
team fight wise, I think UCL have a cleaner comp.
Well, like, oh,
Oh, that's yeah, I don't know what
yeah,
yeah,
Evelyn,
ADC
yeah,
life right there.
yep, typical ADC's life. That's really sad to see, but yeah, Evelyn. In the end, he's an assassin, so in the end, he will just look for the back line of Imperial College and then just try to assassinate either Kai'Sa or Zillion. Even though if he fails, he can pull like Zillion ult or like Kindred ult, which means they will get a huge advantage in the next fight without those kind of saving. Oh, yeah,
There appears to be some miscoordination there. Two of Imperial's members went in, and then the Kindred kind of just chilled on the side, which is kind of weird because Kindred can, you know, jump in and then Lambra spites the dragon so that it doesn't get executed on smite. So there was room to contest that. I guess they just didn't want to secure their third Drake. They didn't see it as optimal. And Kindred now just pathed straight to topside, and they're going to be looking to gank the or dive the Gnar on the turret. But Evelyn is going to be there, so it's going to be a fast response. They're waiting for the mark to settle. And that's just the ult. The flash coming out to walk away from the Viego. It was pretty clean execution, you know, from Imperial side. The TP was desperation at best. I don't think it's fast enough to stop the
nicely executed
dive.
plan. But the only kind of even better was if Malphite didn't really have to flash out. Maybe he might be needed to flash ultimate in the late kind of like small team fight. But yeah, anyway, nicely executed from Imperial College to lead the kill score from to 4-7 on their favor.
Ooh, and Gnar is getting dove again.
Maybe not
Forces the
coming
flash
into
out. And
Nice.
Lamberspike comes in to secure a kill. You know, pretty clean. You know, again, punishing the Gnar at TP top. Not allowing him to play.
Already 0-4-0 with this Gnar.
Yeah, this Gnar looking like a looking like a Truman Gnar at this point, but you know, we're just gonna not consider that. You know, it's really weird to me that like so this is why I don't like playing Zillion with a Zillion support, because Tristana is standing there, you know, for free. If enemy support is engaged, you know, Alistair, Fresh, anything really that can walk up and push the Tristana off, Tristana wouldn't be able to stand there. She is up in CS despite having died and laning 1v2. So that means that she's getting an XP advantage that's huge right now compared to the Kai'Sa.
Also with the CC, Kai'Sa can instantly chain with his killer instinct. So, but currently Zillion cannot do a lot of things, like cannot really do the flash bomb combo, or like cannot even punish him properly. So yeah, that that way top lane is fighting.
And top lane, we get the Gnar that jumps in and forces the the Gnar, but Malphite just answers back with his own ult, and it's just, just clean. And, bot lane are fighting, but they're going to lose their top side, so Kindred's going to pick up another mark on the Wolves, and it's just going to be a top side snowball, really.
Now already 7 kill on his pocket. Also looking at the vision there, like UCL does not have any vision, it seems like, on their blue side jungle. So yeah, even though Gnar tried to 1v1 Malphite, he didn't realize Malphite's ally coming in. Viego trying to do something, but Malphite already got his Sunfire Aegis with his Bramble West, with his plateless. So yeah, cannot do much damage.
Yeah, there's no way Viego's going to kill that. So we might see a dive coming in from... Nope, never mind. They just secured the buff and walk out. I was going to say that Tribush Ward might finally become useful. But, yeah, and Kindred has finished the Collectors. So execute damage is going to be really high. And Dragon is spawning in... I can't see the timer, but less than a minute. Yeah, 44 seconds, the voice in my head tells me. So, are we going to see them fight for it? Top lane will get the ults, and they're just slapping each other. I think Viego wins this maybe with the execute. No, Malphite just stood there and slapped it. Clean.
Really hard to UCL. Almost 10 seconds left for Drake, but Viego was down. Only Malphite have a TP. Gnar doesn't have a TP, and Gnar already is 0-5-0.
Yeah, Malphite's just gonna keep pushing. He doesn't care. Gnar walked down, but it's like Malphites were gonna back and probably TP down if they need him, but he could just chill top side. He probably should have backed and get ready to TP, but looks like UCL are not gonna contest this.
Yeah, they actually cannot contest that. Gnar, despite having almost like 90% of the rage, really cannot do much thing at that stage. He might get just one-shotted by focus from Zillion's combo, and yeah, just always you have to remember, Kindred already finished his Collector, have a 400 gold bounty. His damage will be severe.
Yeah, and she's sitting at 6 marks, so she just needs one more to get an extra stack. And that's up to, what, 600 range, I think. I don't know how much her base is. It's 500 plus 75 plus 25, I think. So she's gonna start, snowballing really hard. So and it's quite. Oh, and the ult comes in onto the the Evelyn, misses it, but forces the ult out, and it looks like she's just killing herself to the Malphite, who's just walking. Man does not care. Oh, and the mark goes over to Kindred, so she finally hits her 7th mark. So it's pretty good. They might just force Baron here.
Quiet. Like Evelyn had to use his ult to save herself from Malphite. Like this does not look like this wasn't what UCL was expecting. They wanted to use that ultimate to be like a cherry on top on that assassination to Kaiser, assassination to Malphite, but now like things are being super different from what they expected at the beginning of the beginning of the ban and pick phase.
Yeah, and one thing that's quite sad is that because Kindred is so far ahead, UCL are forced to take camps away from the Evelyn when the mark spawns, right? Because they don't want to risk giving it over to the Kindred. So we saw it happen with Viego and the Wolves. It's like whenever it's up, you have to just take it down, because otherwise Kindred's just going to go and take it, which puts Evelyn like
now already a
lot
2-level difference between
further behind.
What can we say?
So I want to see Imperial try and force open the bot side. Call your members down and just crack open that bot turret to open up the map fully for you.
Bot lane turret is almost down, so yeah, 2 members of the Imperial College were looking for a small fight on the bot, but they just went up again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I, I don't agree with the fact that Kindred is topside farming camps now. I think they should just send members bot lane and just force open that turret, because your topside is winning. You know, extremely hard. Your top has TP, and you can just crack open that bot side. Or if you're here with Malzahar and Kindred, you guys can probably burst Baron. Honestly, just two of them with the dot damage from Malzahar, you could probably just burst it.
Yeah, it's a shame that both Kai'Sa and Zillion cannot feel much pressure. Oh, fight's coming in.
Oh, and bot lane, the flash comes in from the... Wow. I've never seen anyone play that as badly as UCL did, but the flash came in from the Leona, and they didn't manage to to chain the CC, and yeah, just Kai'Sa just
really
flashed
nice.
away. There was a nice ult, that was a nice double bomb from the Zillion to also stop it, but you know, UCL should have just chained that CC.
Yeah, it could have been a nice way to like give Tristana a more gold, more lead. Yeah. Now, yeah, although it's a bit shame of like Kai'Sa and Zillion cannot really press Tristana alone in the lane for like past 5 minutes, but on the other hand, well, top lane is fighting again.
Ooh, and top lane, Malphite just ults the Kindred, and Malphite just ults the Gnar, and Kindred's behind just vibing. It's just...
Yeah, as a top laner play, that is just really sad to watch.
Yeah, and hopefully now that the mark has spawned on Baron, we're going to see them try and force it, but Drake is spawning, you know, soon as well for that Inferno. So, I still don't comprehend how it's 27 minutes in, and Tristana is still by herself bot lane, and bot turret is still up.
Yeah, they are just
you know,
thinking
but
like Tristana should be farmed enough. He already get his Kraken Slayer onto his Fandom Dance. But if you take a look at Kai'Sa have already finished his Gale Force with the Collector. So like even though UCL's plan was to keep feeding Kai'Sa until like keep feeding Tristana until he can like be a main carry, but it really didn't make much difference. Malzahar is trying to face that very close.
yeah, Malzahar feels safe though because of the passive that he has. And the TP's coming in from the back line. There's a huge ult coming in for the Malphite. The Drake is secured by Imperial, and the Lamb's Spit is just in time, but the Tristana, nice ult out, forcing them out of the Lamb's Spit, forcing them out of the vulnerability, and you know, this is what we were saying, they can't really teamfight 5v5, and this looks like it's going to be a clean fight.
Yeah,
0 for 5, and it's just going to be clean Baron.
What can we say about that? This is going to be a Baron secured in favor of UCL. Yeah, what an ultimate, what a combo, what a combination from UCL. Yeah, Stream and Gnarl nicely land Tristana ulti, and yeah, considering the fact that Tristana can rocket jump forward to kill the enemy, that was a huge favorite team fight in terms of UCL. Now they're gonna melt down the Baron.
Yeah, this is what you know. This is what we were saying before, right? Imperial can't really teamfight 5v5. It's just too hard for them.
Now the gold lead is in favor of UCL. It's almost like 1.6k. What has been in favor of Imperial College London for past 10 minutes has been just reversed.
You know, and you know, none of this, in my opinion, would have happened if either Imperial committed to a Baron early. You know, when there's 3 or 4 people from UCL bot side, and you have the Malzahar and the Kindred, you can melt Baron. So I think you should have just gone for that, but they didn't. And then bot lane is you know, bot lane is just not pushing it, punishing anything, and then you see Tristana now sitting soon, going to be able to buy the Lord Dominic's in about 700 gold. She's going to start being really tanky, and you know, something that I forgot to bring up at the start is that Tristana is a really good counter to Kindred, because you could ult them out of the ult.
Yeah,
so they're no longer safe.
Evelyn just made Evelyn might counter up, fight the top again.
Lane, there's the ult that comes through, and that's just a clean execute. So Kindred had vision because of the red smite, I believe, so wasn't able to escape. And a nice Gnar ult comes through, and that's just a clean execution. So the TNL comes in.
There to
Yeah,
save
there's
Evelyn.
still exhaust up,
Yeah.
which might have saved it, but
Yeah.
I just feel like Imperial are disconnected here.
Yeah, once like not like Evelyn was almost a 2 level behind like Kindred in the middle of the game, but now he have also almost finished the Night Harvester and the Lich Bane, and he is now going for the Void Staff. Well, yeah, now I think that item build is like just about enough to kill Kai'Sa in a single combo or more. Yeah, so what can we say about Evelyn have successfully come back to this team fight and start showing his power of saying like I'm here, I'm back.
All right, we need to be quiet. Shh. But Imperial are trying to death trap this. They don't know. The ult goes, and it looks like they're just gonna melt the owner. But
Yeah, nice
I
pick
need to see
from him.
Imperial use this chance now. They've picked off a member. What are you gonna do? And it looks like nothing. So this is you know, Kai'Sa's still bot lane, farming the wave for whatever reason. They need to send their mid and just force that turret open, like now.
Yeah,
Run it down.
the member who deals half of the CC of UCL has just died, and unfortunately, the mid wave was not in favor of Imperial College due to the Baron buff push from UCL. So yeah, that was a bit of a shame.
All right, so bot lane, Imperial need to run to catch that Gnar before he backs out.
Oh,
Imperial are just really slow on what they want to do. If they, so early game, it happened kind of fine for them, but then the mid game they just stalled. They should have sent the members of their bot lane, to mid, force it down mid or something, or top, but not this weird standoff where they just farmed for like, at 27 minutes, both bot turrets were still up, right?
yeah, too much greed always causes a bit of a trouble in the late game. Tristana, I think, fully come back. Lord Dominic's already ready for him.
Yeah. Lord Dominic's, and it's just gonna be a
Malphite.
Uh-oh.
Will Malphite survive the tankiness like Tristana's damage? Although he's quite tanky.
Alright, nothing's gonna happen. So again, right? Because because Tristana was by herself in lane, she is level 17 compared to the level 14 of Kai'Sa.
Yeah, also considering the passive that the higher the Tristana's level is, the longer his range will be. Now Tristana will be dealing damage in a more safer position. That will be a big trouble for Imperial College. Yeah, Imperial. Now, yeah, it should be curious. Yeah, I'm very curious now how Imperial will deal with the 5v5 team fight if like UCL fully commits.
Yeah, and we're gonna see that in the next minute because the Elder Drake is spawning. So we're gonna have to see. I want to see Imperial sell their starter items. Why do you have Doran's Ring? Why do you have Doran's Blade at 33 minutes? You need to buy pink wards.
Oh my word!
You need to buy pink wards to stop that. You need to buy control wards to be able to place them down to see where the Evelyn is. As you just forced the flash out of the Zillion, who now needs to back.
Yeah, the
and it's gonna
vision
be late
on
to
the pit is
the
very
Drake.
limited inside of Imperial College London. They only have just one ward, which is right in the pit of the Elder Dragon. So, yeah.
Yeah, and they're starting the fight. Gnar is TPing behind. The Leona ult misses, manages to connect onto the Malphite. Malzahar ults the Tristana, and that is a clean combo coming in. And oh my god, Imperial just cleaning house. They managed to burst down the Tristana. Huge ult coming in from the Malzahar. And this looks like it's going to be GG. That was such a clutch ult from the Malzahar to catch out the Tristana. Malphite waiting to the last possible second to ult it to chain CC, and Tristana had no chance, no time to flash, no nothing. And Kindred with the extended range, and the collectors, it's just a melt.
Yeah, this is where the play you have said that Imperial should do. Malphite though hit it all of the main carries, which disables them for like few seconds. And what a nice roll from Malzahar to stop Tristana from dealing damage in the beginning of the fight. That's going to be another Baron being milled.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I think they could have gotten inhib and then Baron, but
Malphite is pushing mid on his own, and I think he's definitely gonna push that turret.
Yeah, Imperial could have definitely. Imperial could have definitely ended, by the way, but whatever.
Yeah, now they are trying to push and end the game with the 4 dragon and an Elder Drake buff and the Baron buff. Yeah, that's going to be a huge advantage in terms of Imperial College right now for the next 3 minutes. Baron power play coming in. Almost 8k, 9k gold lead from Imperial College.
Yeah, Kindred's at 3 stacks now of her passive, so she is sitting at 125 range, plus 50% bonus attack damage. Yeah, she's strong right now,
Oh,
and
oh my word! Execution damage, oh my word!
as I say that, she is strong. Indeed, she is strong. She just walks forward and just kills the Tristana. And I think Imperial are just going to try and force the end here. They've got Baron buff, they've got Elder buff.
One of the
It
men
will take a
carries down.
monumental throw to lose this.
Olaf
No.
coming in.
Ooh, and the Malphite ult connects onto the Viego, and he manages to get out, but gets executed in the end. And Kindred is just extended with the range. Elder Dragon having a hard time to execute within the Lambs space, and that's GG.
Yep, GG coming in. That's the game. Game number 1
Damn.
goes in favor of Imperial College London.
Damn. Kindred and Malphite really snowballed their elite top and to convert it into, being so far ahead that despite that clean fight that UCL had at that one point, they managed to lock into on their win condition, which was lock up the Tristana, and ult the carries, and they just did that, right? At that last fight, at the Elder Drake,
Yeah, UCL surely had some nicely executed team fight, but in the end, that Malphite ult that stops 3 members of UCL, 3 carries of UCL from to stop dealing damage to their carry. So yeah, in the end, Malphite and Kindred have done it. They saved Imperial College from what can almost be a loss.
Can we wait? We can drag people in. Let's interview. Who do you want to interview? I want to interview either the Malphite or the Kindred.
I'll definitely go for an interview with Kindred. He done 17-3-5 there.
Okay, let's get Kindred in. Yeah, let's get Zetsu in.
Okay.
Oh, you've got Osu soon, right?
I have Warwick tournament soon. Warwick.
Warwick tournament soon.
Yeah.
How long do you have? 5 minutes? I'll ask the questions quick.
Okay, sure.
So
I mean,
you popped
I'm
off.
in custom. Yeah, kind of.
You popped off. Why did you guys not play through bot side? Why was Tristana still up with turrets at minute 27?
Okay,
why?
so my first plan was to play for mid because we had Malsa, but it didn't work out, and I saw that my mouth is popping off, so I wanted to just get advantages through him, and he has a good ult to do that, and
Yeah,
then
I
we
mean,
can
you
just
guys,
roam bot.
you guys snowballed that for sure.
Yeah.
Also, I'm interested to know why you guys didn't use your top advantage to do it like a 22-minute, 23-minute Baron. With like Balzahar and Kindred, you guys can just smelt that, right? So why did?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see the map in its entirety, and the entirety of UCL or bot side, like try to fight for whatever reason. And you guys had a free Baron like for quite a bit. So I was just, do you guys know where they were, or was it just like you would rather just play it safe?
I wanted to play safe, I didn't actually think about Baron. I just wanted to get the soul ASAP and
Yeah.
and play safe and win the game.
Yeah, I mean, that was a clean execution. One slight mishap, but
yeah,
yeah.
that Nar mid at level 3 was unexpected, like at all.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for coming in for the interview. Great, Kadia. You should post a screenshot of this on your CV or something, and you'll
Oh,
probably
yeah.
get a job. But now I think we're supposed to cut to a break. Jay, is there any final words you want to say?
Oh, what can I say about the game 2 will be more interesting, more fun, or like more thrill coming in? Yeah,
And
please do more
another
for the game 2.
Imperial win.
Of course, another
Yep.
Imperial win. That's what we want to see, innit?
All right, guys, quick break. Thank you, Zetsu, and thanks to both
Yeah.
UCL and Imperial Team Freeze for playing this game and making it fun for us all.
I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump, 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 jump. Up in the air, I want you to jump. Jump. Like you trying to get stuck in it. In the air. Like you trying to get stuck in the air. I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump. Jump. I want you to jump, 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 jump. Up in the air, I want you to jump, 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 jump. Like you trying to get stuck in it. Gotta get it, in the air. Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall, and I found a way to reconcile, 'cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm sad to say I'm sorry, so lie. Pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I live.
And we are back, guys. No way. Back for another game. Holy crap. Who is it? Who's playing? Is it Imperial? I think so. And is it UCL? Producer tells me yes. It's Imperial versus UCL Team 2s this time around. Best of one again. And I'm back with my boy Jay again. And we're going to bring you some popping gameplay. I think this game's going to be hype, man. What are you saying?
Indeed, we have another set of amazing gamers. We have Imperial College. Well, in this case, two of the players are plat players, so we might see some very high-end players. And the jungler is actually Diamond last season, so that's even more interesting.
Yep. But he looks like to be Hardstock Gold 4 right now, so we don't know what's up with that. Maybe Hecarim got nerfed. We'll have to ask. But, you know, maybe they'll be able to play around, you know, enable him to perform in the jungle. So I think this time UCL have red, blue again, and Imperial have red again, or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
so.
that's the
That's what the
case.
lobby looks like. Yeah. So I don't know too much about that. But we're waiting for the one last player to come from Imperial. I think, as per usual, we are always late.
Yeah. The top laner.
Champus, have you OPGG'd them?
I have OPGG previously, and yeah, looks like on the Imperial side they surely have some of like the top like pocket picks or like the most popular picks. I can't say that because it might be a leak, but yeah, it seems like they all have one like confident, strong picks on their side, and same applies for the UCL side. They have 2 or 3 picks that they can confidently play on almost any situation. So yeah, bans and picks would be almost very interesting and important for us to watch, and that might be the key point.
And I think all the people are on the lobby. The voice in my head is saying we're ready whenever, so I think we're just waiting for the magical overlay to appear or something, like the voodoo magic, and then
Indeed, we are looking
pick a
for
ban.
magic.
Yeah, now we're just sitting and waiting. Yeah, I really wish I wasn't casting this. I want to watch G2 versus Schalke. Yeah, it's the game 5. Come on, man. And Reckless is playing Seraphine. No way. Are we gonna see? Are we gonna see Seraphine? Maybe. Are they gonna pick it? Who knows?
In terms of Seraphine, Seraphine can be flexed like both mid and support, and mid Seraphine is quite also popular picks in pro play. Same applies for the support Seraphine. So last game, although it got banned, but who knows, it might be open for either team, and either team can just snatch it for their team comps.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see if there's anything interesting that's gonna happen. Meanwhile, we are waiting for something.
Are we still waiting for magical
We're
voice?
waiting for UCL, says the voice in my head. Um, Still waiting for UCL. Still waiting for UCL. Still waiting for UCL. Still waiting for.
The words are getting
Still
shorter.
waiting for UCL.
Still waiting for UCL. And now he says still waiting for.
All right, so I'm reading chat, and there's actually I think this guy's from Imperial, because he wrote 1 + 1 = 2, which I think is correct. I'll have to check, but it's quite interesting to know that is the case. I think what he means to say is that if if you send your top side and your jungle into enemy jungle, it's like 2 people in enemy jungle, right, or something like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know what to talk about, man. This game's boring.
Oh,
Are we ready soon? Oh, we're ready.
are we getting into the game?
I think we're soon getting into game.
Yes.
All right, pick and ban started. No way. All right, so what's the bans first? Anivia banned off. I maybe I actually know what they actually play. But
Anivia is one of the most confident pick for the mid laner in Imperial College. Udyr, perfectly understandable ban, like kind of top tier picks in jungle.
so yeah, we're just waiting. Udyr ban is. I mean, Udyr is a really strong champion in the jungle right now, and I think it's a pretty good ban. And we see the Seraphine getting banned out actually. Again, I think Seraphine's a very strong champion. So, besides the Anivia, I think these are more like meta targeted champions. Hecarim banned out as well. they're really, bringing down the champion pool, which is kind of scary because Ding's champion pool is getting smaller and smaller by every single ban here. So we're gonna have to wait and see. The final ban, what's it gonna be? I wouldn't be surprised if it's either a tank top or oh no, Echo. Okay, Echo getting banned out. I don't think Echo's that much of a problem.
I think
to
it's
play against, but
because-
it's comfort.
Yeah,
probably.
it's also very flexible between mid and jungle, so yeah. But not sure. Echo is not considered as like the meta picks right now at this version of the patch, so that's very interesting ban.
Yeah, and we're gonna see the final ban coming in from the Imperial side of a Trindamere.
Yeah.
Interesting bans. We're gonna have to see what they first pick. So Nara is open, but that might just get responded with the Malphite, as we've seen previously. Are there any other strong picks currently in the meta that I can think of?
Well, Na is still one
Tristana.
of the favorable picks in top lane despite those bans, and Tristana is
Tristana.
also very important pick
Yeah.
at this meta right now. They are picking Tristana first.
So again, flex both bot and mid. Could even be played top.
Yes,
actually,
RNG
if
Xiaohu
you-
have actually played one game of top Tristana recently in the LPL against top Chogas. So there is.
yes, I think it's pretty good. We're gonna have to see what Imperial responds. They picked the Kai'Sa. They just handshake on this, so it's looking a lot like the game 1 draft. Hopefully,
Yeah.
this isn't a Zillion pick here. I would like to see either a Leona pick up here or Rao. I think Rao would be insane here. Because Rao Tristana, that's a combo. I forgot. Rao Tristana is super impressive, more so than the Leona. But they're taking their time deciding,
Oriana.
and we see the Oriana. So it's not that bad. I would have rather preferred support in Oriana, just get Kai'Sa on the third one. But Oriana is a solid champion to play.
Yeah, very solid champion for very like kind of stable pick. Like it doesn't really matter like when they pick at like all the, like in the total ban and pick phase. So yeah, Swain coming in.
So an issue I have with picking mid here is the fact that Tristana can get flexed mid, right? So picking Oriana here already tells them, right, maybe we just put Tristana mid and they pick up an AD later. So they could have maybe held off on a bit on it. This Swain is going to go support, so it's going to be super impressive. I think Swain Tristana as a lane is going to be interesting, or they might just go Swain Leona bot, actually.
Yeah, Oriana
because-
pick eventually kind of let them think of the other flexible pick. So yeah, but
I would like to see probably support block in here.
yeah, as you said, Rel looks really good.
I think Rao would be great. Instead, we go for the. I mean,
Support
I'm not a big fan of the
Galio.
Galio. I'm not a big fan of the Galio personally, but I respect it. It's you could. I mean, this might be a Camille top lane. The combo of the
Yeah.
Camille with the Galio ult in.
Camille
It's
Galio is very kind of popular. Maybe. Yeah, but will Camille be the pick? There are quite a lot of meta picks that can easily counter Camille. So yeah, we have to take a look at the rest of the bans, whether they kind of cut out those counter picks.
and we're waiting on the final ban. So we get the Mord ban. I think they're just gonna go for sort of like comfort level bans here at this point. So it's interesting to note that the two strong junglers got banned out, and none of the teams really picked up a jungler on the first rotation. I mean, I don't see really much of the pool that's left open. Maybe a Wukong coming in for Imperial. I
Wukong is
don't know what
possible.
UCL would play. Something.
Lilia is also possible.
Oh yeah, Lilia's open. You're right.
Yeah, especially
Maybe-
the change on the Liandry made Lilia just come out on the LEC recent playoffs again. So that might be a good card for both of the teams. Kayle ban coming in from the side of Imperial College.
And they banned the Darius last. So now we're gonna have to see what Imperial respond with. I would like to see them pick, jungle now so they can have the counter pick top. Would be better for them. Or they just pick top and just counter pick the jungle backhand sounds a bit worse for them. And the Lilia gets picked in the jungle, so we will see the counter pick top. And I think Lilia's as you said, a really good champion, really strong. And, Imperial's team comp is looking scary, team fight wise.
Yeah,
You got the Oriana ult, you've got the Lullaby, you've got the Galio ult for safety.
and we have Shen here for saving Tristana or the main carry from the danger. And we have Fiddlesticks coming in.
Is that a proxy or not? Is that the real Fiddle?
Yeah, we might have to.
Alright, that's a real Fiddle. So there's quite a cool combo that you can do where Fiddle can start, where Shen can ult the Fiddle and the Fiddlesticks can ult in, and it like brings the 2 in from Fog of War, right?
Yeah.
Because your Shen ult is going to be useless in team fights because you stand still, and we see the Scion response.
Yeah.
I think that's a quite good pickup against the Shen, simply because it's easy to cancel his teleport
Yes.
on his ult. You got your Q, you got your ult. I mean, Imperial's team comp is looking, kind of Draft Kingdom, except for the Galio. I'm not too keen about the Galio support, personally.
Yeah, it is fair. I mean, I know the intention of picking Galio. Galio can counter all those initiation coming into him. Like Leona needs to come in with his Zenith Blade. Tristana needs to come in to deal damage with his rocket jump. But yeah, considering the fact that Galio can kind of counterattack everyone with his taunt there. So yeah, I understand the intention, but maybe the end gameplay might be a bit different.
Yeah, but I think, honestly, Rao would have probably been better for this. Or even if you want to, stop the engages, Poppy, right? Just hard Poppy supports versus Tristana, and it's you can't really play the
Poppy
game.
looked really good. Like he can block Shen, taunt, he can block Tristana, rocket jump, he can block Leona's Zenith Blade combo. Yeah, Poppy might also be a good choice, but they went with Galio in the end.
Yeah. So we've got about 2 minutes 30 of just chilling. Having a look at the summoner spells means that so Swain is mid actually. And that's okay. Yeah, one thing I don't like at all is the fact that the Tristana went for heal. I think Tristana should have gone for cleanse. Because you're playing against Lilia and Galio. And Galio's if you get taunted, that's it's over for you. You're gonna get chain CC'd. So I think cleanse would have been a lot better. And I think Kai'Sa should have respected the Leona and the taunt from the Shen and gone cleanse as well. I don't think heal is gonna bring a lot of value to them, team fight wise, to live. But I mean, to each their own preferences.
Yeah, there are a lot of CC that can stop both of the AD carry in terms of in the side of Imperial College we have a sleep from Lilia, we have a shockwave coming in, we have Scion. Yeah, but same applies for the UCL. They might have a lot of CC coming in for the Kai'Sa, so cleanse looks really a plausible choice in this situation.
So, looking at the lane matchups, I think bot lane is going to be favored for UCL until it's all going to come down to the first trade for UCL in the bot lane. Because Galio is quite strong, as you said, the taunt can counter the jump in. And then the poke from his Q's it's quite high.
Yeah, level 2 advantage will be important than any other thing in the early laning phase in terms of the bot lane. I think Dio who gets the 2 first will actually have a huge advantage in the very first trade, and that might snowball very hard in the late game.
Yeah, and it's I think it's going to come down to jungle matchup again this time around, because Fiddle can solo clear, but it's really slow. And the Lilia is like quite a fast clearer, and she's fast like from her passive, stacking the abilities
Yes,
and running in. And Fiddle's gonna have a hard time if Lilia decides that she wants to visit the enemy jungle, right? If she visits, it's gonna be quite tough.
Well,
So
one thing that I'm also worried is about in the worst case scenario, that maybe the level 1 fight. Quite a few teams have showed that level 1 fight with those CCs like Galio CC, Sion CC alongside the passive of Lilia. For example, last year JDG really loved doing that in the world. So yeah, level 1 fight even can make a difference. There are a lot of possibilities in the early game, and like every choice they make can make a huge snowball in the late game, I believe.
all right, and we're gonna go on a short pause whilst we sort out some technical stuff that you plebs won't understand, and we'll be back in like maybe 10 seconds, maybe 20. Who knows? Who knows? We'll be back soon. Hey yo, boom, what's up? It's your boy Solar and Only, and we're back today with some gameplay. League of Legends, we're on the Rift. They're stacking in the Pixel Bush. What's gonna happen? Do we know? Is there gonna be a coin flip? Not really. Orianna places the ball mid, catches out that they're trying to do some sneaky stuff. The grab comes in on the Swain, and Swain gets one stack. I think lane's over already. Gets that extra 5% HP or whatever he gets. I don't know his abilities. And I think it's like, what, 50? Is it like 20 HP? I don't know how much he gets. And
Yeah,
yeah,
restores 20 HP, but yeah, 5 bonus health. Yeah, well
5
spotted though.
bonus health.
Yeah,
Nice.
very close.
Yeah. I think game's over. It's won already in the lane due to the pro. So let's see what they're gonna do jungle wise. You know what I would have liked for Sion to do? I want him to go to top side and clear that blue buff and just like have him die and then TP back, because that's gonna put the Fiddle really far behind. And it doesn't put you that far behind, and it's quite funny. And it's like content and stuff, so it's like you can clip it and chip it.
Yeah, for
But
the sake of entertaining, that would be a huge advantage.
But yeah, so now we're going to go to lane, and I would like to just really quickly drop on the fact that Shen rushed no magic. I think he misclicks in the shop,
Whoa.
or he's just smurfing and realizes he doesn't need D-shields or something.
I mean, Sion's damage early game are mainly focused on those like Q combos and those auto attacks with the decreased amount of armor. So, but
Yeah, but
yeah,
Shen's going to be trading. Shen's trading in the minion wave, which is 80 damage. I don't know what he's thinking, but maybe he's smurfing. So bot side, Lilia and Fiddle have both cleared free camps, but Lilia is first because she went Gromp then Wolves instead of Wolves and Gromp and back up. So she's gonna clear this fast, and they're gonna beat the top side scuttle first.
yeah, Grom got buffed. Like not like the Grom himself got buffed. More XP coming in when the jungle cleared the.
So
Gromp
small
early.
trades top sides, just casual little trades. I mean, I don't know why Shen's... Yeah, I'm not going to question. It's going to hurt my head. So Lilia is on her final camp for the full clear. She's going to have full cleared at like 320. And she's going to be ready for the scuttle spawn. So, top is going to have the wave pushing in. And Shen has lost HP and burnt the pot already. So there's going to be prior to the top side. Meanwhile, mid...
and meanwhile, the pause has came in.
think some guy DC'd, then DC'd, and then came back, and some magic trick. Hello? Can we start the game? Okay, so mid lane, trade is, there's a level advantage to the Orianna. Swain is soon going to hit his level 4 as well. But mana is slightly depleted, but we see her starting to hover topside, and Fiddle and Lilia have met for the Scuttle Crab.
Yeah,
It
Fiddle
looks like
sticks out.
San's going to come around and gets feared off.
Yeah, a bit higher HP in the favor of Fiddle sticks, and the flash went out.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do. Shen has no priority. I don't know what Shen's doing here. Goes for the taunt, manages to put down the thing that blocks the auto attacks, and they're still going for this. But my dude Fiddle, you got no flash, my guy. You just burnt it. Okay,
But
whatever. This guy got paid or something. Paid after. I don't know what he was thinking, but maybe mid didn't communicate. Orianna walked up. Meanwhile, Shen goes in for the taunt, forces the flash from and the Sion won't be able to get the. Oh, that's a clean kill from the Shen.
Lilia
Lilia
is coming in for the. Oh! Should have went for the clean kill. If Lilia died, that would have been the disaster. But
I'm just saying. Yo, Dink, who's playing on your account? Truman? Is it Truman? Oh, I don't think this is Dink playing. Someone possessed him because he's actually playing good. So Shen comes in with the TP and the taunt. Both top laners have burned their TPs. Shen comes in straight away with Merc Treads, which is interesting. Merc Treads and then and then the cloth armor.
yeah, maybe the early no was just for like the very quick Mercury trade. Very interesting choice. Like
So
a series
bot
of
lane,
interesting choices.
bot lane CS is like entire wave in advantage of the Kai'Sa. And there's not been much action, it's just them just purely building this out. Yeah, so one interesting thing that I'd like to note actually is that Kai'Sa opted for the what I like to call the pro play rune set, where you go for boots and biscuits instead of precision second. Because in solo queue, I mean,
Yeah,
precision is... I prefer precision in solo queue, but in a team environment, you can stall out the time for your boots, right?
yes,
Meanwhile,
indeed.
top lane,
Top lane is
Trade
fighting
comes
again.
in, and I don't think Shen wins this. Ooh, clean. Yeah, Shen
Very
just
clean.
taunts into a minion wave and just dies because he's only got boots and a cloth armor.
Yeah, only if you had a D shield, like even just a single D shield would have changed the difference. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much
I
difference
mean,
it makes.
I don't think Shen read what Merc Treads does. Merc Treads does not reduce, knock-up time. So, yeah, I don't know what he was smoking when he built that, but, I mean, if he wants
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, as I said, it was just a series of very interesting choices.
Yeah. Yeah, top lane, we just shielding,
Yeah. Handshaking and say like one by one, like 1-to-1, like kills to kills.
Ooh,
Shockwave
when
coming
Orianna
in.
out goes mid, nice shockwave. Ding Xiaoman comes in, with the little eep and walks away. Swain not gonna have to burn a flash or anything. Game is paused.
Oh, more lag coming in.
I don't know, man. I think the only lag here is UCL's brains, man. In the with that
Ironically,
with that
force
Merc Treads
skills.
buy.
Yeah. Well,
Whatever, man. It is what it is.
indeed, it
in-
is what it is.
Interesting to know that bot lane messed up their wave when they pushed it in. So Kai'Sa is walking back to lane, and she's gonna get that entire wave that's pushed into her of like 6-7 creeps. So CS difference is gonna be up to 20 in the bot. Which is not what you want to have.
Set to push, yeah, because of his E skill, where like E skill passive, where every time he kills, he deals damage to the nearby minion. So it is set to push, but that big wave pushing into
Yeah,
the
I
bot
don't know
lane is
what's up.
just really big.
And I think Swain's gonna have to be forced off to back off and TP back to lane.
Yeah, barely.
Because that was a good exchange from Imperial side there. Forcing out the shockwave. I mean, shockwave early, you're not going to be in a team fight environment. So I think it's the right call to just use it on cooldown pretty much to
Yeah.
chunk out the enemy, force TPs, force flash maybe.
Especially in this case, Swain has pulled out his ult. The Demon player went out, and in the early game, we know that Orianna ult has like a shorter cooldown than Swain ult. So, yeah, pulling those ult out aggressively in the laning phase is indeed a good choice in this case.
Yeah, and it looks like Imperial are going to actually rotate to Drake because they know that UCL have both backed off. So it's going to be about 10 or 20 seconds until Leona actually gets up to the Drake. So it's going to be a free one.
Shenult's on. That may be the only kind of variable that we have to think about. But
yeah,
knowing that Fiddlesticks was a mid, they could have comfortably rushed the Drake. And Fiddlestick is quite low by these.
Yeah,
Orianna.
and I think like first 2 Drakes are not worth fighting over, honestly.
Yeah.
Because if you fight it and you lose, you fall so much more behind than if you just give it. Because they give such a small stack, it's way more interesting to fight for 3rd and 4th Drake, because that's when timers are put on you, right?
Yes, indeed. The first, like in this case, the first Drake was
It's got like plus 4% armor, and I don't know what it gives anymore.
Yeah, one might argue that it might be like even one Drake is useful, but like in the early game, it won't do like that much like noticeable difference.
Like it's an early Drake is good because it puts the soul point closer, right? The win condition of the soul point closer, but it's not something that teams should, in my opinion, be 5v5ing at minute 6, right? It's like, nah, just give it. If you guys want to contest it, but don't commit to a fight that you don't need to.
Yeah, if they commit to fight, I mean, like even they lose the gold lead and all the leads will just, the gap will be like even bigger and bigger, and that might be a huge trouble for either side.
Yeah, but you know, UCL still do have this nice combo. I think Leona into that by hitting the ward. Hitting the ward revealed the location, but the ult comes in from the fiddle. And it looks like Galio is just gonna have to die. Sacrificial lamb.
Sana is jumping forward, full of like coming in.
Oh my. Oh my. That was a waste of a flash from the Kaiser. So, Imperial should have known that Fiddle was there. Hitting the ward should have revealed the Fiddlesticks. Because Leona hit the ward, so there should have been vision of that.
I think they haven't really noticed that. Like, it was, like, in terms of our perspective, like, we are observing the whole game, so we might notice, but the players in the game might not notice. But, yeah, well, nicely coordinated by UCL, getting 2 kills.
Yeah, and that's where you see where the power is, right? Because Fiddle can go in from Fog of War, and then you follow with the Leona stun and the Tristana jump, and you can melt a target. So in these early skirmishes, 2v2, 3v2, it's fairly good, but we're going to have to see how they scale into the late game and actually opt for team fights, because in that equation, there isn't the Lilia Sleep, there isn't the Scion, there isn't the Shockwave, and all of these are really good tools for stopping it. And then, well, as I say that, oh my god, Fiddle with the mechanics. The mechanical outplay of the Flash, Fear, the E, and then the Smite to proc the Electrocute.
Yeah, Lily was hovering along Fiddlestick's blue for like very long time just to hinder the jungling of Fiddlesticks, but Fiddlestick just punished with his mechanics, as you said.
Yeah, that was some clean stuff.
Yeah, just going back to the team comp, if you look at the team comp of UCL, they have Swain, they have Fiddlesticks, they have like 2 major AoE ultimates, so if they can like utilize those 2 ults alongside all the engage coming in from the rest of the teammates, I think they will really do well in the jungle team fight where like they have.
Oh, and Tristana goes in for the jump onto the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa is forced to ult. I think Tristana trolled this. Tristana could have... Man, Tristana players don't know about the bomb putting a stack on the... or ult putting a stack on the bomb. Tristana should have just jumped. Plus the E at the same time that she lands. Double auto ult to proc the bomb, and you get your jump reset because you proc the bomb. But top lane, there's the ult from the Scion. Manages to connect onto the Shen. Shen flashes away.
Flash?
Clean! Oh, and there's fights all over the board. Oh my god, in mid lane there's a fight again.
Oh my word, there's a lot of fight going in.
So,
1v1 so far.
Leonard comes down, manages to hit the slow onto the Swain, onto the Galio and the Lilia. And meanwhile, top lane, there's still the circus show happening of Fiddle chasing the Sion. The Sion's a bit too tanky to live. And whilst that happened, bot lane, the punish coming in from Tristana, knowing that Kai'Sa had no ult, knowing that Kai'Sa had no flash or heal, she jumps in and gets the kill. But sadly, she had to burn both her sums to stay alive. But it's the, I mean, it's the right play to do. You force your advantage, and now she's got that extra kill.
Yeah, nicely executed and nice determination from Tristana, knowing that Kai'Sa have no spell, but now he also have none of his summoner spell, so maybe Imperial College might notice that and play for bot. Drake is up. And it is.
Yeah, and as we
Wow,
say that,
great.
Shen is bot. Shen is there vibing, waiting for Imperial to go and face check. So guys, they know that Leona is here, but they don't know where Fiddle is, and Fiddle is the real thorn in their side. So they should, if they are timing the ults, they know that they've got about 20 seconds until Fiddle gets his ult up again. And they should use this window to get vision. But Lilia is topside, nowhere to be seen. And it looks like they're gonna be late to this one. Orianna managed to just clear mid and is walking down, but it's gonna be risky.
Yeah, also notice that in terms of Imperial College, none of the words are being placed, like none of the words are placed.
Yeah, so what's good about
Great.
UCL is that they use their advantage and their numbers advantage to drop deep vision into the enemy jungle.
Yeah.
But Fiddle is now stuck in the pit and he's forced to ult out to go onto the Lilia. So the Galio is caught up by the Leona. The ult comes through. Lilia is managed to escape. Fiddle has to smite the dragon to get HP, but gets ulted by the Orianna. Clean shockwave. And now they're fighting the Tristana. Tristana has jump and jumps over cleanly. Shen ult is coming through, and they're going to continue the fight because Swain is on the other side. The grasp is coming through. Lilia is back again, but she's fairly low. She still has the Lullaby to be able to fight this, but it looks like they decide to turn this over and just go for the top turret. Lullaby is actually going to connect. Kind of weird that they decide to use this cooldown, and it looks like that's going to be the end. And UCL are going to pick off a dragon of this for a 1 for 2, but Imperial do get damage on the top turret, which is also quite important because it means the map opens up for them.
Yeah. I think the big difference on the team fight was Tristana was still alive until the end of the team fight, and he was able to deal damage until the very end of the team fight. So yeah, I think if Tristana wasn't there and like if he couldn't deal sufficient amount. Oh,
and there's a greedy back coming in from the Leona, and Orianna, probably going for the Swain, manages to catch out the Leona that was backing in the bad spot. And I want to see Imperial use this chance. Leona is dead. You guys need to run bot lane, force that Tristana who's got no sums, got no ult, drop some deep vision, use this. And as I say that, Kai'Sa, dashes forward with the Gale Force and rightfully punishes Tristana for being there about to support, and it looks like Imperial are going to be able to take down that turret.
Yes, indeed. Considering the KDA actually, looking at the KDA of Tristana, 203, meanwhile Kai'Sa 031, but still he was able to push Tristana back using all of his items, using the Gale Force, using all of his skills. Yeah, so good play from Kai'Sa, I would say.
Yeah, and now Imperial are just resetting. So I feel like Galio should have reset at the same time as Kai'Sa. It allows for him to restock on wards at the same time, because he's only on one charge on his ward, and he could have topped up on an extra control ward. I feel like a lot of teams have trouble with resetting at the same time. So most of the vision is going to get cleared out now by Leona, and it's just going to mean that you're on a tempo that's behind. But as I say that, Imperial walking down, there's a small trade happening between Orianna and the Swain. Nice shockwave coming in, forcing the ultimate. There's the Galio coming in, standing united with him. And Galio just jumps forward, not really caring about the world, and manages to kill the Swain that didn't respect the damage. And the Lullaby comes down, hits the Fiddle. Fiddle is forced to flash away. And looks like Imperial are going to be able to start hitting that turret, but they're scared because they know Shen went missing from top lane and is running down.
Yeah, like it is really important to keep mentioning about the vision. Yeah.
And Tristana has no jump, has flash and heal.
Killer
He's
instinct.
trying to win this, but nope. It was a nice ult from Kai'Sa, actually. You could see that the Kai'Sa ult was unexpected because Tristana actually starts clicking to the location where Kai'Sa was before, as if he had inputted an attack command.
Yeah.
So it's quite clean. But I respect the attempt from Tristana, trying to get that kill, but
Almost killed. Actually, almost connected to a kill, but Kai's shield and his ultimate has saved his life.
yeah, and Imperial really used their vision game. As you can see, there's pink wards at the top of the river, so they know that Tristana didn't really know. And Shen, he shouldn't be here. He didn't pay his taxes this year, so he's gonna get punished for that. And no rent. He didn't pay his rent. He has to
UCL's
go.
top laner today is suffering a lot. Previously, now almost 1-6 until the mid game, and now Shen 1-for-1. Well, I think.
Yeah. So the Sion ult comes in just to, just a vibe check. The Q connects onto 2. That's a massive Q coming in from the Sion. The ult has to come in, but there's a nice cancel from the Galio to continue the fight with his dash forward. Kai'Sa flashes forward like a madman, gets feared away. Ooh, and the Lilia. Wii Sports Resort training coming with the bowling pin. And now Swain is fighting, but he's got no ult and he's got no life anymore. And it's going to be a clean conversion from Imperial. Ding's going to be pushing out the bot wave. And Imperial resetting. But I think Imperial could have probably gone for Rift here if they wanted to.
Look at that Sion item. Sunfire Age is finished. Thornmail finished. And now he's also getting the Merc. But yeah, he's already making a 2-level difference with Shen, and this even makes Shen harder to start split pushing. Shen is there to actually help. Like, Shen is one of the champions that can split push really easy and then come back to the team fight with the Stand United that he has. But in this situation, either of split pushing or having an advantage on split pushing against Sion, both looks very hard for him right now.
Yeah, and Drake is spawning in about 30 seconds now, so Imperial are probably going to rotate to this. It is an Infernal yet again. And I don't think UCL want to give this over. Fiddle is trying to clear wards. If there's a Sion ult coming in, he's going to maybe get to... Oh, Shen just walked up. Did he use his taunt before? What the hell was he doing? Anyways, Sion is here. Shen isn't. Stand United is going to be here. And the Lullaby comes down on 3 people. This is going to be absolutely disgusting. It's a huge conversion rate. Leona ult is just going to miss and just do nothing. Stand United comes in way too late to be of any use. In the meantime, Kai'Sa is still going to die to the Tristana. Tristana manages to pick off 1, but yeah, this is just absolutely disgusting from the side of Imperial. They're going to be able to pick off the Drake off of this, and Tristana needs to run, leg it straight back. Ding comes in with the flash and the smite, and yeah.
I think both of the team really needs to think about the vision control. Not only Imperial College who have Imperial College is not the only team who have to control the vision because of the Shen ulti and the pop flash coming in from Fiddlestick, but also UCL also have to think about those blind Q from Sion, which can be a disastrous, as we've seen on the previous team fight.
Yeah, and Imperial are playing their comp really well. They're splitting their members on the engage, coming in from 2 different directions. So UCL had to, start worrying about the Sion that's running at them. But at the same time, Lilia is coming from lane with her ball. That means that it's just gonna, they've got two parts, 2 fields of attack that they need to be wary of, and it's really hard in teamfights, especially when Lilia is a CC, like that ball is really small. And told that forwards because Galio just goes in and just cleans up the kill, coming in from with the connection of the shockwave, forces the flash from the Leona. And it looks like Imperial are posed to take a very early Baron if they feel like it. There is no jungler. I would like them to see them hit this. And it looks like they're going to do it. And it's going to be a very quick Baron. 21-minute Baron. Yeah, and it's going to be very hard. So, UCL are still not out of the game. They still have their combo that they can land. But they need to find the perfect, timing. Imperial need to greed for something or send members back and not sync up their recalls that UCL can use to punish. But if Imperial continue to play safe, it's going to be very, very hard and difficult for UCL to find that opportunity. And as I say that, Leona is going to get caught by the Lilia. She has no flash from that previous fight. It forces the Shen ult down, but that gets cancelled by the Sion ult. But Fiddle manages to ult in, is forcing the Zhonya's from the Lilia. But, I mean, the healing is quite huge. She manages to live for long enough, but finally the kill comes in. And, yeah, it's a traded 1-for-1, both junglers. And this is what I was talking about, right? Finding these windows where they're not all on the same page is going to be the only chance that UCL have to come back. But they're so strong, and there's a huge flash coming in from the Galio with the taunt and the follow-up, and the shockwave hits the Tristana, hits the Shen, doesn't manage to find the finish. The auto comes in from the Orianna with the enhancement from our passive, and Imperial look like they don't want any more of this to happen. They were tired enough of having to wait for, I don't know, some guy to finish his beans on toast. They want to end this game ASAP.
Very yet, yeah, it is very scary that all of the carries in Imperial College London is already like really fed. 3-1-8 on the Sion, that makes him very unkillable. Already finished his Abyssal Mask, that's his 3 item on him. 609 on Orianna with the full stack Magi Soul Stealer. That's very, very rare to see on this kind of pro level game. Yeah, 3-8 on Galio also makes him very easy to engage.
Yeah, and Galio is going for Zhonya's. I respect that. I respect the hustle.
Respectable.
So important to note that Kai'Sa has finished her collectors, but at the same time, Tristana has finished her Phantom Dancer, so she's going to be quite strong in team fights. But that's really mostly it. Everyone else is sitting on one item, and it's just going to be hard. Imperial need to work on clearing the vision out from UCL side and working on figuring out where Fiddle is, but you know, they've got the Baron buff on the Sion. He's just sending him bot lane. No one's going to be able to stop this Sion at all. This guy does not care. Even if he dies, every death is a good death, and this is just going to be a solo bolo, it looks like. Forces the Shen ult, and Sion's just going to walk out of this one, unless he gets taunted, but I mean, top lane is still going to push in, and I think Sion actually makes this out. UCL are committing all their resources to this, and Sion just does not care, man.
Was it?
And he's just going to take the red buff.
Oh,
you know,
what a
every death is a good death. That was a good death.
Oh, 800 HP on the red. That was very close. Like, as I said in the previous game, I think the very important thing when playing with Tristana is the whole team able to make Tristana to rocket going forward to deal the damage or to catch the kill, but I'm absolutely unsure in this situation where other 4 teammates can make that happen for Tristana to just start dealing damage, goes his rocket on fire.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard now. I mean, Orianna has finished her death cap, and Sion is building for Sanguine Blade, which is quite funny. Sion TP's down to bot lane to catch the wave, and it looks like Imperial just gonna, you know...
Yeah. Drake number 3 is very likely go to the side of Imperial. Yep, that's the Drake number 3 going down. It is only 25 minutes and the global gold lead is a 10k gold lead in favor of UCL, and here comes...
Sion just walking forward, forces out the ult from the Fiddle, but he's just too tanky, and he's got the Merc Threads, and he just ults in. He doesn't care, he wants to end the game now. Galio ult comes in to follow up, helps defend, but Sion is still tanking turret because he is such a damn monster. When the flash from the Lilia, the silence comes in, but the lullaby is going to hit onto Free of Dumb, and Swain is back there in the backline. He's going to die. There's nothing that's going to happen. There's the ult coming in from Leona, but it's too little, too late. Shen trying to ult to save what can happen. Sion is still alive, still tanking. This man does not care. Tristana is going to...
Oh my God.
Tristana might have carried in a different universe where Orianna had her monitor unplugged, but she just QWs her and just dies, and this is it, man.
This should be the game. Swain, who should be in the front line, like buying time with his Demon Flare, buying as much time as possible, just get popped, and Tristana with the Orianna queued up combo just get... That's the GG, oh my word.
Yeah, that was a draft diff, a team diff, Moon phase
Look
diff.
at Science ending item with the 6 already, Turk. Oh my word.
This was a maybe the stars weren't aligned as they wanted to, but you know their comp was kind of hard to execute from UCL side. We saw the glimpse of hope that they had at some points, but once you fall too far behind, who's going to deal with San, right? No one's going to deal with the San in the side lane. You can't do anything. He's going to continuously push, and then the rest of the team are they've just too much CC, and taking San out of the equation, those four can 4v5 without an
Yeah.
issue. So
I think it eventually comes back to the initial point that you had mentioned. Like, what if Tristana went for cleanse instead of heal to just get out of one of the CC that they have made? And, like, yeah, eventually Sion became a monster, the unkillable monster. Every time UCL tried to get Sion, they needed to burn at least 2 or 3 ultimate just to kill him. So, yeah.
yeah, I think it's interview time. Can we get Dingy? Can we get Dingy Boy in here? Is it possible? Hey, what up?
Evening, chaps.
Good evening. So, let's just say, man. Let's hypothetically give you this scenario. Blue buff is up and Fiddle is there, and you're there with 200 HP. Do you go for it or you don't go for it?
Every single time.
Every single time. I respect it, man. Honestly, I respect the hustle of going in. I mean, I was just poking fun, man. That was a clean game from you guys. I mean,
I don't
you
know.
were kind of aided with the fact that top lane went for no mantle first, which meant that San had lane pressure, so you guys could go for that play on the scuttle. I mean, it was just a clean snowball afterwards, honestly. What was the game plan coming into this?
It's kind of, I mean, Sign's kind of got a game diff, to be honest. It's kind of easy. Just get everyone ahead, run it down. I mean, it's only UCL at the end of the day, so.
Wise words, but I mean, I want to talk more about your team fighting. Like, what's going through you guys' heads when you guys are team fighting? Because I don't know if you guys did it on purpose, but when you guys were fighting, you and Lilia were often on a different attack angle than the rest of the team, so you could throw like your ball in and you could do. Was that planned? Or was it just you happened to be late to the fight?
Of course, that's planned. I mean, that's one of Lilia's strengths. She's able to contribute from half a map away.
So are you guys communicating? I've got the bowling ball going down, or is it just?
Yeah. We're saying we can go. We can look for an opportunity here, and to be honest, the ball's the cherry on top, because our team would be cleaning up even without my ultimate. So hats off to the guys.
Yeah, that was a clean play. I don't have any actual good questions to ask you, man. I'm just here to
I was told you had a document full of them.
That's Truman. I've got a lot to ask Truman, but I think that's like safe for later. And I'm not casting that. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. Jay, do you have anything to ask? I don't think he does. Your performance was too clean.
That was way too clean game in the favor of Imperial Qualified.
I mean,
congratulations for the win. That's all I can say right now.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, I think there's one thing that we know UCL are saying on comms right now, and oof, that's tough. That's tough.
I don't know. I think next time they should actually look at my OPGG and think about what to ban. That's what I'm saying.
A Moo Moo.
Yeah, Moo.
Wukong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they probably saw Gold 4 and weren't threatened, so I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why they banned like Anivia and stuff.
Oh, what can I say? I'm smurfing. I don't know.
Yeah, all right. I've got no more questions, man. Do you have anything to say to the stream? I don't know. Do you want to shout out your LinkedIn or your GitHub or something?
I don't know. I was just hoping for a bit more from UCL, but I don't know.
Yeah. I've got a great question for you. Have you seen the matchup for Team 1?
I have actually.
Okay. Do you from both sides?
Mostly from Imperial side.
Because UCL, if I'm not mistaken, they finished like quite high, right, in Newell last season?
I believe so.
I think it's going to be a spicy game. Do you think Imperial are prepared for the game that's up?
So Imperial, we're quite known to swap our roles around, right? So we flex a lot of roles, flex a lot of picks. So it really just depends if we put Karma top and incident support, so that Karma can play Fiora. And if that's the case, then I think we've got a good chance. But maybe that's something we'll save for the later rounds. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Oh, really?
Oh, I mean,
Oh my god,
It's
it's
just
gonna be
playing sorry.
it's gonna
It
be
might
top
be
diff again.
a leak of strategy. So yeah, just be careful what you're saying.
Nah, we're not leaking shit, man.
Oh,
It doesn't
okay.
matter. I could tell them that Truman is gonna play 739 damage Elise, and it does not matter, man. It does not matter.
Just hope the enemy doesn't pick
I
Alistair
trust
Bungle.
you.
But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. You're right. It's break
Well,
time, I think,
thanks,
now or
guys.
something. Thanks for watching. That was game 2. What do we have next? Do we have anything next?
We have a best of 3 game between Imperial College and UCL. Team 1.
Wait, for real? Wait, who's casting that?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not me and Freshly Malta anymore. It's going to be Cookie and it's going to be Cookie who will be casting. So
And
Yeah,
who else?
Cookie and me.
Oh, right. Time to sign off.
Life kept spitting at my feet and forced me down a dead-end street when all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains. I cover up every part of my skin, oh, 'cause I don't like the person within, oh. I know I'm the one to blame. All I can do is take the shame, oh. Do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm too sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. Whoa, I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. So I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. Oh no.
my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again, just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Hello, guys, and welcome to the stream. Now, once again, I'm back. This time, unfortunately Jay and Louis had to leave us, but now I'm here with Cookie for this exciting cast of Team 1 of UCL against Imperial College. Cookie, what are your expectations for this game then?
Everyone. Well, I kind of hope Imperial would win, and yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping. But if we look across OPGG, Imperial does have like higher ranks on average. I know that Heiselot is a very good support. He's currently in Diamond 1. But we also have Lucky Sue, who was Masters last season, and Incident, who's in Diamond 2 right now. But obviously, ranks do not translate into organized 5v5 plays like super well. So do you want to see how the draft goes? So maybe it's just Draft Kingdom, and then like after draft we'll be like, go next. We'll just just call it for one team and then see what game 2 brings us. But hopefully that's not the case. I do want to see an exciting BO3.
I mean, interestingly, for the last 2 games, I think sort of a similar thing has happened where top side has completely collapsed to the side of UCL, and bot side of whereas the bot side of UCL is kind of strong and ahead of the side of Imperial, but the top jungle difference is just too big for them to win the game, and in the end they just lose in the team fight, and the game just swings completely to Imperial side and they close out the game. So I don't know if that's exactly what happened here. I know that Lucky Shu is a very, very strong ADC. He's one of the best ADCs Imperial has ever had. And he will
Ever had.
ever had. I mean, I'm not sure how many ADCs he's ever had, but he's pretty good at the game, and he'll be paired up with Kukama today, who's actually playing from China with 200 ping. So I'm not sure how the side of UCL is going to abuse that, because I remember I abused that one game when I was playing into him as Morgana, and he died like 4 times. So we'll have to see how UCL take advantage of that one.
Definitely. I mean, ping might not be that much of an issue. 200 ping is not too bad, honestly. I remember when I used to play in Hong Kong and we played on the North American server, we had 180 ping constantly. But it wasn't that bad once you get used to it. It's just that you can't do the really, really flashy plays that requires very low ping. But we shall see.
I mean, sometimes the flashy plays are what wins you the games, right? So
it depends on champion. So, I mean, I think you talked about the top lane matchups for like the last 2 games where like the top side count just dominated the game, right? It kind of went down to like draft as well. Like when you look at like Na versus Malphite doesn't, like, even Malphite is on 200 ping, he can still like press Q like properly when Na comes near. So it's like there's some champions that are like not, or some matchups I should say, that doesn't require that low ping to be effective, or like the Sire into Shen. I mean, I think Shen kind of trolled a bit in atomization, but at the end, Sion press Q on minions, Shen has to clear, and yeah, that's how it goes.
Well, someone's asking about the average elo in this game. Well, I don't know about UCL, but Imperial have got an extremely strong team. Everyone on Imperial side finishing at least Diamond last season. With Lucky Shu, I think they're finishing in Master Tier. Incident has hit Masters as well. Karma is D2 somehow, despite playing with 200 ping. So the stakes are really, really high here for both sides. And UCL aren't actually playing with their full strength roster, because their full strength roster, who participated in the new Varsity tournament this year, they sort of disbanded after losing a couple games, and this is sort of a brand new roster they put together for this tournament.
Yeah, where's my boy Peru? I would kind of love to see like the best teams of the 2 universities like clashing each other, but I don't quite exactly know the specifics, but it is what we get now. But I still think UCL has a good fighting chance. Like, we have to see, obviously, as I said again and again, draft. How do you play towards your early game win conditions, your mid game win conditions, and like how you play in the crucial team fights in the later stages of the game.
Yeah, definitely. And looks like we're getting into game, which is really, really good, because it means I can start the LCK Champ Select music, which is what everyone loves, let's be honest. Alright, so the first ban coming out is going to be the Kiana Incident, and a well-known Kiana player. He absolutely stomps the competition with this champion, and UCL are going to target it right away.
Just a quick rundown of the lines of both teams. For Imperial side, top is Purple Chicken, Truman plays in the jungle, Incident is on mid, Lucky Sue is on AD carry, and Karma Whalers is on support. And on the UCL side, No Pride is going top lane, Excalibur is going jungle, Miracution is going mid, Gorilla, AD carry, and High Slot on support. So there's a Tristana ban here. Is that a covered ban, do you think? Or it's more like a general meta ban? Well, the Sivir
I'm honestly really surprised to see Tristana ADC coming out for the past 2 games. I'm really surprised that there's not been any Morgana? Tristana. What the fuck? Tristana. I've been really surprised to not see any Tristana mids, because I think Tristana mid is like incredibly strong, like in the current patch, and it just have so much kill pressure in lane, and your late game scaling is so good as well, and it's quite hard. It's quite difficult to catch you out as well with your leap. So interesting to see that they both decide to go for ADC the other games, but it will be banned out in this game, so we won't see it again. And the Seraphine will be the first pick in there.
Seraphine. I remember the last time I casted a game, I was really excited for a Seraphine pick, but now I'm finding Seraphine more and more annoying by the minute.
Let's be honest, Seraphine is like the worst. I don't know why, like all the Seraphine players, like why does Seraphine have to make so many noises when she uses her spells? Like, does he really have to go like, like, just shut up. Like, I don't want to listen to you.
Yeah, it's really annoying, but I mean, on a serious note, like Seraphine is really good at narrow choke points. Like when you see a narrow choke point, Seraphine stands behind it, goes and then like chops everyone in the choke point. So like there's something Imperial side has to play around. And we see Imperial picks Kaiser and Hecarim. Both are, I would say, kind of the like standard meta picks. Kaiser is kind of you can play around Kaiser in early game, but Kaiser also scales. Hecarim is just I don't know. I guess it's just the most generic jungle right now in the meta.
Yeah, and countering outside. Interestingly, a Samira coming out now. Samira, I think she's been buffed again on this patch, right? Is it this patch?
I don't know.
She got
Busted,
nerfed into Oblivion a while back, but I think they slightly brought her back recently. And the problem about Samira is, I mean, of course, if you manage to get into the enemy team and you manage to get your ultimate off, it's incredibly effective, and you can simply 1v5 just by pressing R and spamming your keys. But what is difficult is when you're against something like a Leona, for example, when you're against someone with heavy CC who can able to CC out of your abilities, and that means you're just completely ineffective when you go forward and into the enemy team.
Yeah, I'm not very happy about the Samira pick, to be honest, because you're pairing Samira with Seraphine, but Samira wants to fight, but Seraphine wants to play for waves, like with the poke, and slowly manage to win in waves and get a lead from that way. So there's a mismatch in this regard. While they pick the bot lane, and the Imperial gets to counter their bot lane with Leona. So Leona can go on the squishy Seraphine and one-shot that girl. I was gonna say the B word, but girl.
Yes, we don't. No profanity on the stream, of course. No,
yes.
no, never. We are
that always... annoying little girl.
Yeah, we're always very clean here.
For sure. And then we have a Victor picked. I guess Victor is first pickable. Like instead of you could blind it just by having Victor, the scaling comes in, or maybe it's just a comfort pick. But I think it could be abused if Imperial can pick something into it. Imperial picks Renekton, which is favorite of Chicken, if I remember correctly, and it does very well into a lot of meta matchups, and it ensures the top lane priority unless the UCL decides to go something like Quinn, like a full counter of Renekton.
I mean, looks like
Poppy
comes Poppy right now, yeah, and the Poppy can also be quite effective using her W to block out the dashes from Renekton. But of course, you got to time this correctly, and instead going for the Fiora now. I'm not sure about this matchup, but surely that's a much more skill heavy matchup, right?
Yes, this matchup is solely about Fiora getting the W timing, the parry timing, and Renekton getting the his W timing correctly. So it's like if Fiora parries Renekton, well, Fiora wins. But if not, Renekton still have a huge lead. But obviously there are other factors in play. You have vitals, Renekton managing his rage bar, all that, all that sort of like specific stuff. But we have Sion? No, yeah.
We have we have a Rammus for UCL first off.
I suspect surely it's like a. Maybe it's not a.
No, I think the game will be determined on. They're gonna have a race between the jugglers, and whoever gets the enemy base quicker, wins the game, and then the other team surrenders. I think that's the strategy.
Huh.
That's why they pick Rammus. So run really quickly.
But
on a serious note, I think Rammus. I mean, it can be quite effective into like a team with heavy physical damage and a lot of auto attackers, which Imperial side do have. But I mean, the issues with Rammus is that half the time the enemy team will just ignore you and just focus on the other side, and you really need to be able to get into the enemy team and taunt up a sort of a priority target to be able to do too much.
Yeah, there's a reason why Rammus isn't really that enjoyed by pro play, but perhaps in this game there would be something that he will show us. So now we have like all the 5 rows in the spot. We can talk about like matchups and how the game goes. So I would give a bot lane like a favor to like Imperial side just because they have Leona, and although Seraphine can poke, Samira is not like the AD carry that could like follow up with like the poke. Top lane wise, I think it's a skill matchup, and I kind of want the both junglers to play towards it because it's kind of a volatile matchup. Mid lane is a bit sleeper, I'm not gonna lie. So mid lane, it's actually sleeper. It's like
farm.
Victor scales, Kassadin scales, and yeah, both sides don't play that well. Okay, I shouldn't say that because there could be something that I don't know about mid lane, like maybe how they could like manage waves better, get a few like favorable trades to like win the lane. But in general, I think it will be kind of sleeper unless Rammus decides to like show up in the Kassadin lane like
Yeah,
5
all I
times
can
in a row.
see is that Kassadin uses Q and Victor uses his, and then like neither take any damage because they both get shields.
That's kind of funny actually.
But yeah, like I don't think there's gonna be too much action in lane unless there's a couple of gangs going on. I mean, Hecarim and Rammus, of course, they could both go like flying at about 200 miles per hour into mid lane and see if they can get any picks off early. But I mean, the matchup to definitely focus on, I think, this game is the top lane. I think this is gonna be someone's gonna die a lot. I think.
It's not just the top lane, obviously, because obviously bot side has a dragon. But when we look at top lane, we just like see that okay, there will be some fights, there will be a lot of trading, and if Juggler goes there, one of them is gonna die. So, yeah. And what else is there? It's quite kind of standard. I think except the Rammus, everything's kind of standard. I guess the Fiora is non-standard in terms of like the meta today, because if you look back maybe a couple seasons back or like one season back, Fiora is like a favorite by LPL players. They love the Fiora. What else is there? That's kind of it, I guess. But we have to see how the lanes play out because, I suppose Hecarim clears much faster than Rammus early. Rammus might want to get a early gank off, just doing 3 camps into a gank, and Hecarim wants to full clear. So we want to see where the Rammus gank goes, and if see Hecarim after his full clear in the scuttle, and what can he do on the map, or he just recalls. So that will be an interesting point to see as well.
Yeah, definitely, and the thing about Rammus is that none of his abilities really help him. I mean, they don't really give him like a huge advantage in current jungle camps, where he's mostly relying on his passive damage, which is obviously doubled over these presses W, but it's still a very, very slow clear, and it means that the Hecarim will have that advantage early on in the game. We'll just be cutting to a short break, however, I want to get some technical things sorted out, and we will be back very, very soon, so please stay tuned. Hello guys and welcome back to the stream. Now we are just going into the game and we're seeing that the Imperial side are actually all running down ball lane. This is clearly going to be an invade right here.
Yeah, thing is like, is Leona gonna
Wait,
start
does the
E for
Seraphine not
this?
see them? Oh, the Seraphine
no, they
doesn't
can't
see them! Oh no! There's gonna be a flash out from Seraphine. That's a very, very early flash out and that's gonna save her life. Oh my god, I couldn't believe she couldn't see that team there.
It's interesting to see. So I think they are just gonna put wards down on red, and Hecarim is gonna start red side because Hecarim Knight's starting red side, and probably going for the flash to Seraphine after he does the full clear.
We'll see. Yeah, look, he's going top side. So, oh wait, no, he's not. He's changing mind. But anyway, like that was incredible. Like you saw the distance between Seraphine and the enemy team, and she didn't have any vision. Like she was AFK. I don't think she had any vision because she wouldn't be AFK like that. And
Yeah,
that was a huge pick. I'm surprised Leona didn't go for sort of like a flash ignite there, because I think she very well could have died. But anyway, only a flash out, but that's still quite big for this early game.
Depending if Leona had Hex Flash, it could be worth to do it just to flash Q. But I think holding it is all. There's a like good argument to say that holding is actually better too. And we see that Hecarim does the bot side first, and they see Rammus doing the red. So I think it's as what we say, like the focus will be on top lane. So there's some trades going on in top lane. So if you are trying to hit some vitals, Renekton just queuing the minions, make sure like Renekton gets the push.
Yeah, but the more the vitals Fiora's hit, and the bigger leader she's going to get in this lane, since those vitals are basically critical to playing Fiora and getting advantage, because that is HP that Renekton is going to struggle to get back. He's got a D-Blade, he's got some healing in his kit, but it does take some time to get back up to full HP, so any early advantage you can pick up, it's going to be beneficial to his side.
Interesting, like the Renekton Fiora matchup in level 1 is very Renekton favored because Renekton can get the push easily. Where if you manage to queue Fiora with the minions, that ensures the push. And now you can see what he did was he walked into the jungle and put a ward in the blue buff of UCL side. So they will see Rammus when Rammus goes for his blue buff.
Yeah, I mean look at the clear speed right now. Hecarim's already on his Hecarim is already on his red buff, whereas Rammus hasn't even started this top side yet, so the difference in clear speed is very, very big so far. About a 2 camp difference.
Interesting, Rammus actually cleared the ward from Renekton with the red trinket, so that's pretty smart play, but I'm not sure how consequential that will be, because like, if you see Rammus like clearing your ward and walking back to wolves, then it's like, well, you're gonna do your blue buff. We'll know that.
Like honestly, like you're gonna, he's there anyway. They know you're there anyway, like whether you cleared out the ward or not. So it doesn't really matter. You might as well go do your camps. Because now, like, Hecarim, the lead he has is just massive. He's going to double skill the Rammus, so he's going to have a huge CS lead in this early game. How goes for a flash onto the Seraphine. She has no flash, remember. She's got ignited, and she's going to go down here. That's going to be first blood to the side of ICL. Gorilla won't be able to do anything. He's going to try and deflect some skill shots there, but nothing will happen, and he will go down too. That's a double kill for the Kai'Sa in the early game.
That's massive. In like 5v5 plays, if bot lane dies like 2v2, like just two deaths, it's basically GG. Like, it's very hard to come back onto this lead, because now with Kai'Sa getting 2 kills, he has the whatever the item is called. Now he will just like snowball this really, really hard. Like, bot lane will not get to play the game.
Double chicken not taking a good trade there in top lane. But like, Cookie, you proved me wrong. That flash needed to be saved, because that double kill wouldn't have not happened if he wasted flash earlier. So. Absolutely incredible fight there from Karma and Lucky Shoe the bot lane. And right now it looks like Purple Chicken is going to get ganked in the top lane. He's going to have to use his flash surely. Well, hits the vital from Fiora, but she's forced out flash as well. So that's a flash for flash trade. And the Renekton will be fine for now, as he's got TP to use to get back in lane. Karma looking for a gank here mid lane actually, but Gaston's a low 5, can't really help. So she's going to have to walk away.
Yeah, that's a bit ambitious, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you're ganking a Kassadin with like no mana and like a wave on his turret.
It's like, oh, hello, enemy mid, and then I'm just gonna walk away. But anyway, Imperial, you have priority on this dragon here in the bot lane, and they are gonna be able to take it for the first Drake.
Yeah, that will be first Drake to Imperial, and it's a very early first rig actually. It's like basically right as it spawns, and it's like the win condition for Imperial will be like, okay, now we have a bot lane secured. We do things and we rotate every dragon, and we get like something like 25-minute soul point, like 25-minute soul dragon, sorry, and that will be like putting immense pressure on UCL, and they will have to do something. I think the so just now Rammus ganked top lane, right? But Renekton really had to die there because like Renekton didn't die, so Fiora doesn't get the extra gold, and now the prospects of using top lane as a carry is slimmer.
It looks like Fiora's still level 5. No Pride taking a very, very bad trade against Purple Chicken, who's level 6 already.
Fiora going for Sheen right away instead of double D-Blade or the Actually, I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass right here. I don't know what Fiora builds right now because there's the AD carry build where you go the shield bow. There's probably other builds. Is Triforce on Fiora still a thing or not?
I don't know. I think Fiora has some really scuffed builds recently. Like I looked at it the other day, and some of the, like it was all like crit and stuff. I was really confused. I forgot what it was exactly. It was like, oh, it was shield bow. It was shield bow, and I was like, why do you build shield bow on Fiora now? And I was wondering, and I built like Triforce. No, I built what's it called? The other one, the other Sheen bruiser item.
Oh, Divine Sunderer.
Yes, Divine Sunderer. I built that one instead.
Or as many people will call it, a Divine Blunderer. Oh, but there's shit going on.
Oh, it looks like Excalibur's getting caught out in his own jungle, and he doesn't even get the breath buff. He goes to the heck of him. Poor guy, can't even take his own jungle camps. And now Purple Chickens are getting hit by the Fiora ultimate here. Well. I mean, she hit all 4 vitals, and she still lost the trade. What the fuck?
It's basically because like Fiora didn't parry Renekton's W, which is like the majority of Renekton's damage budget. Yeah. I do think Renekton really wants a Bramble right now. Like he really wants a Bramble.
Yeah, and like once you build Bramble against sort of matchups like this, and Gears in, he goes for the stun, gets it onto No Pride as well, but he's the one losing the fight right now. But the healing that comes out saves his life, and that will. Okay, I guess she doesn't die.
Yeah, it will be a handshake because Renekton stayed in his minion wave.
Okay.
Fiora should try to base here, but Leona.
I mean, she might have to try and execute here because I mean, Renex is looking for her. And I don't think he's gonna be able to find her. Not expecting that she's just literally in front of his eyes. Oh no, won't be able to find it. That's a shame. But anyway, yeah, you saw him winning the trade despite Fiora landing like all 4 procs of the Grand Challenge there. Still not able to find the kill.
Interesting to note that if Renekton managed to dodge the Fiora W, like the attack speed slow, Fiora was dead there. So yeah, like there is a lot of like outplay potentials for both sides in this matchup, and it's nice to see. Like much better than whatever Malphite now was doing for like the last game.
Yeah, once again, Karma coming mid lane to help out his mid lane and just push out the wave, make sure he's able to secure that CS. I mean, you always like support when they come help you out, right? Like, yeah, you're struggling
it's very interesting because what Imperial is doing is like,
Excalibur and Seraphine, they're both gone. This is not their jungle anymore. They do not have any presence here, and Hecarim's come flying in. He's gonna get all the damage off onto the Seraphine. Solarflare does come out, is able to hit on both sides of UCL, and that is an absolute massive onslaught of shadows. Takes down both of them. Victor is here for, I mean, is he just here to give a double kill away? Because not much he can do in this situation, I think. Instant, going for the Rift Walk in, onto Miraculation here. And Carlovinus using the Hex Flash! And that's going to force the actual flash out for Victor as well. And that is an absolute massive fight for the side of Imperial. And 4k gold ahead at just 9 minutes and a half. 6-0. This is absolute stomp of a game.
It's very good how Imperial opt for their plan, because like so many people when they see bot lane's playing 2-0, now we just go bot lane and dive bot lane to make sure the actual lead, right? But what Imperial did was to try to bully the Rammus with a Leona roaming support, knowing that Seraphine actually can't kill Kai'Sa, like even if Seraphine stayed bot lane. So the Leona roam will be much more impactful than the Seraphine roam, and there's a fight.
Oh, and the Rammus is getting caught out once again here, right now in bottom side river. He's going to go down very, very quickly. He's going to have to force out a flash, but look at you, runs right in, and he's going to be able to take them down, takes down Excalibur. That's going to be another kill gift gift over to Truman, in fact, on the Hecarim.
That's a very good, actually a very good ult by Kaiser, because he knows that Rammus has used his taunt and that there's actually nothing stopping Kaiser from going in and dealing damage, so he could just outright into 3 people.
And right here, is this going to be a dive hit? Karma, impossible dive. Gorilla's kind of low. It's on about, oh my god, that... oh my god, oh, the solar flare! The solar flare! Karma's going forward, but he's going to get caught by the root from Seraphine, who's going to die anyways, in fact. It looks like Rammus is here, but Karma's going to get sacrificed. Rip.
It's not that worth for Imperial side, but I guess they didn't see the Rammus start like trying to do his Crocs, and it was like, oh, there's a dive falling now, just help that.
Oh, and instantly finding a pick onto Miraculation, possibly? No. Victor's going to be able to get away from his life using the Chaos Storm there to zone away Incident. But Purple Chicken is here to see him getting a pick, and he's going to be able to secure the kill shortly. Yeah, and he does, in fact, do that. Another kill going to the side of Imperial.
This is also my favorite build on Renekton, by the way. The Proudest Claw Renekton. It's so good. It, like, people used to build the other one, right? Gore Drinker, or like Go Eclipse. But like, Proudest Claw gives a lot of like, because the Renekton, the problem Renekton in like the later stage of the fight is he gets kited really hard, because Renekton has 2 dashes, but like he doesn't have a movement speed belt, so he can't get like more movement speed. But with Proudest Claw, you actually get a 3rd dash, and then you get the damage to kill squishies. A lot of people, or the high elo Renekton players, they go for Bork, 2nd item after Proudest Claw, which will make Renekton basically one-shot any squishies in the mid game. But maybe he won't go for this build. Maybe he would just go for Proudest Claw into...
Oh, it looks like Lucas Jr. is going to get charmed up, and that might be him going down, or it may not be him going down. Maybe it's Seraphine going down. And he even goes in! He even goes forward. He does not care. He will go forward a 1v2 if he has the opportunity to, and he will take down the duo of UCL.
That is disgusting. Like,
What the hell was that? What the fuck?
It's actually... I mean... Yes, Kaiser has a big lead, 50 CS advantage, 5 kill advantage, and he got a mythic ball, but oh my god, that looks very illegal. I guess illegal for both sides. But the first thing is like, you can't kill Kaiser when you're so behind, like even if you're 2 of them. And the second thing is Kaiser going back in to like do the 1v2.
Oh my god.
The Herald put down, give 5 plays to the 3 members.
Zoning so fair, doesn't really matter. They don't really need to zone them, let's be honest. They're already scared enough of the Imperial side. They'll just stay as far as away as they can. And it's kind of, I mean, like, this red buff is not yours once again. Like, it's just Imperial's. Just leave it. But he is able to spot it away, I think, and he'll be able to find a pick it. Also, Shadow comes out, but he's just gonna fall. And now Seraphine will go down as well, getting stunned up by Truman here. But now they're the ones in a bit of trouble, because Gorilla has managed to rotate over, but they're able to run away with all the movement speed as well as the Rift Walk.
One of the things very interesting is because Ramos was so behind, he couldn't gank mid lane to give Victor a lead, and how like Leona kept roaming mid lane, just walking around to make sure that Kassadin can get all his CS on the turret. That means that Kassadin can actually be a very useful.
Oh, it looks like Fiora's fighting a very bad trade here against the Renekton here in top lane, but she's going to be able to proc the grand challenges, and this time she is going to be able to win out that one. I'm surprising the Dominus didn't come out here from Purple Chicken. Guess he was just respecting the Victor TP, and he was like, well, I'm not going to win this anyway. I might as well use it because I'm going to stay alive and just get out.
I guess that's just good damage calculation, knowing that you won't die and saving your ult, which is a huge thing for like the matchup when you want to fight all-ins. Leona
now Karma is actually going in here. I mean, that is so risky. Like, you don't know Victor back. Surely you didn't see Victor back, but now Fiora is going to go down. He's going to win out here. And Lucky Chu isn't able to dodge out the charm, but he will be able to take out the Seraphine in the end. I mean, Imperial just playing with so much confidence right now. Like, Karma just going in blind onto a Fiora. I have no words.
I think to be fair, because he knows Kaiser was nearby, so the idea was to stun up the Fiora for Kaiser to ult in, but I think he parried one of the stuns.
So he parried the initial stun of Blade, I think.
Yeah.
But
That
now
was the
he's,
plan.
oh, and he's going in again! What the fuck? This guy actually has no chill, and like Excalibur is just not in the right position. He has his mythic, but he's not going to be able to do anything. No Pride is also here from a TP, but he's just getting taken down as he's in the middle of Imperial. And this game is already over. There is not much to go for. It's hit 15 minutes.
Hell?
It's hit 15 minutes. They can FF already, because there is not much coming back in this game.
I mean, they got 1 kill on the Rammus. That's something, right? Right, guys, right?
Oh, absolutely incredible game here from Imperial. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like every time I cast Imperial, especially Imperial versus UCL, they always seem to lose for some reason. But today it's been the exact opposite, so maybe something's gone different. But anyway,
It is a perfect execution by Imperial side though, because they created the advantage top lane because, well, Renekton should have the early advantage in the Fiora. And well, bot lane 1 to 2v2. Well, there's a Kassadin trying to kill
Kassadin,
Fiora.
his level 11, he's got the rank 2 ultimate, and Fiora's dropped the Grand Challenge, but he isn't going to be able to do anything. Doesn't manage to parry the Rift Walk though, but she will still go down to the Kassadin, who's 3-3. Actually, doesn't even have that many kills compared to some of the members on the rest of his team. But third Kassadin, you're already scared when that happens.
Yeah, it's like, so Ransom's ahead, and Kassadin is just like able to pick up kills because of how the rest of the map was going. Kaiser is fed. Now, yeah, Rammus cannot jungle. Like, what can Rammus do? What can Victor do?
Rammus can be very effective in some of these champions, but when he's so far behind, when he has no items, the game is over already, pretty much. Like, he's not able to farm any of his jungle camps because Imperial just has so much pressure on the map right now. They've got so much deep vision. If we switch over to vision right here, you can see, like, the vision is right up to the base of UCL, and UCL just have no chance really of getting any of this farm.
Twitch chat is saying, does UCL have Gathering Storm on anyone?
Well, I would love to find out, but I actually don't know how.
Don't worry, we scale. I have Gathering Storm. Quote.
Wait, does this work? No, that doesn't do anything. Well, I have no idea. Someone can figure it out how to figure out if they have Gathering Storm or not. That's not my job. That's the producer's job. Anyway, if you're once again parrying as NFA, that's quite good. But I mean, like, look at the follow-up. Look at look at Lucky Shoe going forward with the Killer Instinct, and that's gonna be complete domination right now. Truman picking up 2 more kills, picking up Gorilla in the end as well. I mean, that is probably the lowest damage Infernal trick I've ever seen.
Honestly, like, the Leona Solar Flash stunned up 3 people. Like, the 3 members from UCL all stood in the same spot, and then Leona stunned all of them. It was disgusting.
Click on the champion and then click on the arrow. Oh, the runes are here! Oh, the runes are here. I'm blind. Ah, well, I mean, like, does it really matter at this point? They're not going to be able to get any value off the Gathering Storm anyway. I mean, Cobra, he's still going forward. He's on like 200 HP. He just doesn't care. He just wants to kill the enemy team. Like, he goes down in the end for a 1-for-1, which honestly I don't think is that worth, because I think he had a... Did he have a shutdown bounty? I
think Leona can escape that anyway. So the best thing he could do is like just to like spend a return kill. But yeah,
it's gonna take another bot tower as well. He's got no mana, however. He might actually get caught out here if he's not careful. Oh, back away in the end. Although, I mean, Truan and Lucky Shoe, well, they're not ones to back out, of course. I mean, that was just absolutely insane amount of damage being put out there for Lucky Shoe. And Fiora, she's just not doing anything really at this point in the game.
He just died from auto QW. Like, what?
I mean, the first 2 games we were like, well, they were both stomps in the top lane, and to change things up in the 3rd game, they gave us a stomp in every lane instead. So
we got the 2 deaths only from Leona. Like, the team hasn't died yet.
Like, just enabling the team, right? That's your job as a support. Like, you sacrifice yourself to give your team kills.
Very noble role, I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
this is also quite interesting.
I don't think they can do the Herald. Like, it's
just Leona just enabling the team by soloing Herald.
I think they can't do it. But I might be super.
Yeah, I mean, Lucky Shoe's here to help them out as well, along with Renekton. Purple chicken here, so they're gonna have to pick that one up very easily. Oh, and that was just before Baron spawns. In fact, that was like 2 seconds before it would have despawned.
It would be quite funny if they finish Herald and then do the Baron.
Oh wait, Lucky Shoe, chill out, please. Give them something. Don't just kill them. Okay, we'll go down in the end, but like, let's give them some respect at least. There's 3 people there. You can't just run forward and go in. Like, I have no words.
I mean, it was quite fun because he managed to dodge the Seraphine ult with the Kaiser ultimate.
Yeah, with the killer instinct.
But there are like other people do damage in the team too. So
he just doesn't care. He's like, well, I see three kills in mid lane. Like, let's go for it. Like, wow, as I would say, three kills, and then run at them, and then die.
okay, so looking at next game, I want UCL to change the draft up completely. Like, it's not fun to see this. Like I guess because like Imperial was red side, so they managed to get like counter picks in the bot lane and counter picks in the I guess Kassadin is Kassadin counter to Vexor?
I don't know. You're the one. The one who should know. I'm just I'm just
and like
Fiora
into Renekton, it's not bad obviously, like, but it's like a skill matchup instead of like a full counter or like, yeah, I would rather see something like, I don't know, man. Like UCL has a change of the draft, and
Lucky is looking for some more blood here in the top lane, but he's not going to find this time. I think he's had enough to eat today already. I think he's pretty fed.
I mean, it's not 6 items yet. I mean, it'll be fun if like Kaiser actually gets 6 items, or like
6 items, like 30.
5 items with goods before the game ends.
They're just gonna stall out the game, but like, I mean, just look at how disgusting this is. The parry comes up from Fiora, and now like he's in the middle of 4 members. Like, Lucky's really showing zero respect for the side of UCL here. Like, he doesn't care if there's 5 members, he will go in anyway, even if it means giving up his life.
Amount of gold donated by Kaiser to UCL is now 2,000 because it was a 700.
This guy's giving more gold to UCL than like the whole of their own jungle. And Garmer, he's gonna get caught out here. In fact, or maybe he's not. He's Fiora. He's like super tanky. He's gonna get charmed up by the Seraphine, and so is Purple Chicken. Actually, he's gonna be able to tank the tower. He will go down in the end, but Instant has hit Power Spike, and that means he's gonna go and press the R button, and he is gonna go around deleting the enemy team. Everyone will fall down. No Pride is the last man standing, but he will have 0 pride at the end of this game after getting completely dominated by Imperial.
Legit though, Fiora was full health, and then one Kassadin R and Q took him to 20% or 10% health. That was
that will be the end of first game. Imperial take it 1-0, and I will switch over to the other screen because this game has finished. There we go. All right, well, I mean, that was I was definitely not what I was expecting, I have to say. I was expecting a much more closer matchup.
Yeah, I'm shocked and appalled.
Why are you appalled?
I don't know, like, it's meant to be a competitive game, right? Yeah, nothing to say about that. I guess we just hope that UCL doesn't go mental boom and maybe try to like recover from this loss.
Well, for the others out there, here's a quick look at the damage charts. I mean, this is, it doesn't really say the whole story because like there wasn't anyone to deal damage to because their health bars are so small that you don't actually do damage in the end anyway because they just insta die after you kill them. It's like when the damage charts are inflated is because most of the time you're hitting into some tank who has loads of sustain who just heals it back, and then you have really big damage numbers, but it doesn't really mean anything. And they don't really say the whole story of how dominant, how one-sided this game was. So Cookie.
I mean, the kill count probably tells it quite well.
Yeah, it does in fact. But Cookie, what do you want to see from UCL next game then?
Okay, so UCL will be red side next game, so that means they will be able to get more counter picks in the respective lanes. So I want to see them actually like using some of the opportunities to find a lane that they could win. And jungler, please don't pick Rammus into Hecarim. Okay, or more like if you pick Rammus in the Hecarim, you can't do the same full clear thing that Hecarim is doing because you lose that. Like you have to like skip some camps, find an early gang to actually impact the map because this is, well, evidently this didn't work. So yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you all for joining us. We will be right back after this short break for game 2, so don't miss it. And yeah, exactly, we will be back very, very shortly. So see you in a bit.
Don't try this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to the stream. Coming up will be Game 2 of Team 1 facing off against each other for the UCL versus Imperial Varsity right here. And Game 1 was just a complete stomp, right, Cookie?
It was. I think even stomp is like an understatement. It's like, I don't know, being rolled over by a truck and then a tank and then like getting nuclear bombed or something. Like getting stomped is just an understatement.
It's like, yeah, I see.
It looked kind of close, like in the top side of the map, until the scuttle fight happened, and it was kind of like it was probably okay if the bot lane didn't die 2v2, but they did, and then it was just a complete collapse. And bad news for UCL as well. It's because they chose blue side in game 1. Now Imperial has a side choice for game 2, and Imperial is going red side again. So UCL needs to find a way to not get countered in like all the lanes, and probably not pair Seraphine with Samira. That would be my honest advice. And maybe not Rammus as well. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think overall, I mean, that's just the game where you go next. Like, it doesn't really matter because the game was basically over at like 10 minutes into the game, so there's not too much to analyze really. Mostly just focusing on, honestly, you just need to reset your mental. Just need to pretend that game never happened and just start afresh. Looks like
True.
Incident is getting replaced by Severe Bot, which is I mean, they're pretty much equal in skill, I think.
Randomly threw shade to Incident.
Anyway, we will be getting into game. Well, we actually already entered the champ select. Sorry about that one. But yeah, Kiana getting banned away once again.
Yep, that's fine. Bans I want to see. I want to see Renekton banned in phase 2 at the very least. I also want to see. Oh no, you should. Oh, they banned Hecarim. I was hoping that they would first pick Hecarim on blue side, but I guess it's not happening, and they will have to find another power pick in the meta to justify their like first pick importance.
Yeah, I mean Tristana getting banned away once again. Really, they early on they just need to pick something. I don't think a Seraphine was the choice, as you were saying earlier. I mean, honestly they can still go for the Seraphine. They just need sort of. I mean, even putting the Seraphine mid lane, I think, and picking sort of engaged support for the Samira, that might have even worked for them in that game.
Oh yeah, actually you could. Oh yeah, they could have put Seraphine mid. That would be actually really good. Like, well, I wouldn't say really good, but it's like much better than whatever last game happened. So, Udyr banned, so they're banning the like hyper clear junglers. That's good to see. And I assume Imperial will go for the same bans as before, unless they have a not secret ban, but like new ban. It's the Nunu. Okay, so they're sticking to the same bans for Imperial because, well, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, like they already have they're not the ones that show any new things. It's the side of UCL that have to bring out the new picks, bring out a new strategy to be able to come back into this game. So we have to see what they decide to first pick. Maybe it'll be the Seraphine again, maybe not. Maybe they'll decide to pivot to something else, which I think is probably the better decision. It looks like they will take over the Kai'Sa, which was so dominant for Lagishu in the game previous.
Kai'Sa is a bit meh. I mean, Kai'Sa, yes, it's, as I said, a generic, it functions early game as well, it functions as a scaling pick as well, but you can get countered quite hard if you pick something like, actually I don't know, because the meta now is just Tristana Kai'Sa, I feel. Jinx is the other one. Jinx counters Kai'Sa pretty hard in terms of like outrange and just, rockets go pew pew.
Yeah.
Lulu.
And it will be paired with a Lulu, in fact. Now that's not
good. That's
something,
good.
That's
good,
I mean, that's not something I'd expect Karma to play. He's usually the sort of engaged ball player.
That's true. Like you expect, Pantheon, Leona, but I think the fact that Jinx isn't like super good early game in terms of like getting 2v2 kill pressure, it's correct to get a Lulu because Jinx, the condition for Jinx to function in a team fight is he needs a reset. And Lulu will keep Jinx alive long enough for a reset to happen, and then Jinx can just run around, go pew pew.
Well, I think the Blitzcrank pick is definitely sort of what you want to be using here for the side of UCL. You want to be able to isolate one of the side of Imperial's bot lane. Probably the Lulu is the better pick there. And if you're able to hook the Lulu in early and get a hit, pull her in, knock her up, that's gonna be so effective. And is able just gonna be completely shut down that lane if Lulu is gonna have to force the ult onto herself instead of the Jinx. As well as a shield, just to stay alive, and then the side of UCL are going to have the advantage in the 2v2, so that's going to be absolutely massive.
Whenever you have like a Blitzcrank, it's almost like the Blitzcranks dictate how the game is played. So if the Blitzcrank is landing hooks, cool, win the game. But if Blitzcrank isn't landing a lot of hooks, then it's much harder for like UCL side to do anything. And we have a Nocturne here, which is honestly can go top, mid, and jungle. It's very disgusting with time and time again, Nocturne's solo lane Nocturne comes up, like what he does, shove the wave, press out to the side lane, or if you're a top Nocturne, you do the same thing, but it's just a slightly different variation. Or in the jungle, it's like you keep clearing, and then you say, okay, if someone's side lane, I'll just R him and kill him right away. It's very disgusting, especially with the build with the what we call it, Stride Breaker. Mm-hmm. Can't run away from Nocturne because like the classic counterplay is like, okay, he ults in, he Qs, and he follows the movement speed trail, right? And then he tries to fears you, and then you sidestep the trail and then try to get away from the fear. But with Stride Breaker, there's no getting away from the fear unless you flash. Yeah. So it's a very oppressive thing.
Yeah, I mean the other day I was playing some Darius, and Darius is one of the champions you build Stride Breaker on. And it's not just the extra movement you get. It's the range of the slow is the area of the slow is huge as well. You don't even need to be that close to them to apply the slow and then able to catch up to them. So
my god, it's not Malphite again.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have the same matchup as game 1. It's gonna be the Malphite into the Gnar, and that did not go too pretty for the Gnar into later stages of the game, I must say.
I'm honestly, I don't know, Aurelia's good ban, but Renekton, if you're playing Gnar, you should be able to say, okay, I can play it Renekton. But I guess it's not actually if you go Prowess Call Renekton, you can still one-shot the Gnar. So I don't know, there just aren't enough bans. You blind pick the Gnar, you put it on weak side, but Imperial is able to find a pick that completely nullifies Gnar laning phase. Well, it's on Malphite, once you get level 3 points in Q, Gnar cannot walk up anymore. It's just that horrible. And then once you get level 6, Gnar can't walk up anywhere close to the minion wave unless you have 80% health, because you're in lethal. It's actually pretty disgusting.
Well, anyway, UCL jungle mid duo going for Evelynn and Cassio. I'm honestly not too sure how I feel about pairing Evelynn with an AP mid. Because I feel like that sort of takes away a huge amount from the Evelynn, since the enemy team is going to pick a lot of mag damage. Instant here going for the Corki special. I mean, side of Imperial looking for some scaling, it seems, as well as some team fight damage.
Yeah, Corki is nice. It's okay, so the Nocturne is going jungle then. Okay, cool. I was gonna say if it's not, I guess Nocturne mid is not that good in the Cassio, but it still does the function of clearing out the mid wave and like roaming. Corki into Cassio, I'm not an expert on this, so we'll see. We'll probably have to see how it plays out. So looking at like the comp in general, I think UCL is probably going for like fuck it, we'll just try to get a pick. So Evelyn trying to get an isolated pick, like get a solo queue, or like Blitzcrank gets a hook. Yeah, I think that's kind of their plan, but also you have Nocturne on Truman's side, so that means that the side lanes of UCL is very weak, because you see Kaiser can't go on side lane on her own. Cassiopeia can't go on side lane on her own. So it's like the side lane's so weak, so Corki can happily go to the side lane and push out the wave. Malphite can do the same if he has TP. And map-wise, I would say Imperial definitely has a much greater advantage, but I guess UCL needs to see like catch Imperial off rotations with the Evelyn pick and the Blitzcrank pick.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. The issue is that, I mean, they're definitely going to be able to. They're definitely going to need to find some picks early on into the game. Like, this Blitzcrank is definitely going to need to find some hooks onto Lulu. Maybe abuse the 200 pick a bit.
True.
But I mean, if he's able to find those picks onto Lulu and Jinx and able to just get ball in ahead, and Evelyn is able to come down, pick up some kills as well, I think that is definitely gonna be the win condition for the side of UCL. Top lane, I don't see top lane happening too, but as you were saying, the Malphite is just gonna breeze through this matchup really as he gets a few points in queue. And in mid lane, I mean, Corki is just mostly gonna be playing safe against Cassio early on. Like, there's not gonna be too much action, I don't think, going on there. So I think bot lane is definitely the main focus in this game. Unless Truman goes some funny ganks top, which also might happen.
The problem though is like, okay, we say we want the bot lane to like get ahead, but the problem is, okay, we have Cassio, who is a mage who just want to like sit in the mid lane and farm and not go bot lane. Evelyn wants to farm to 6, don't want to go bot lane. Nah, we don't care about now. And the bot lane, you have to make a 2v2 play on their own. But as we, well, okay, I shouldn't just use one game of sample size, but last game they did lose 2v2 quite hard. So this game, I think it's really banking on some like super mechanical outplay. But I have a bit of a doubt that if they could do that or not.
I mean, the thing about Lulu Jinxes is that you don't really find like an instant advantage as you do like within engage sport. You don't just suddenly go in and get a 2 kills against the enemy team. You sort of more of slowly push the enemy team out and win ahead on CS type of duo, because you don't really have any hard engage to force fights to force the enemy team to get in the middle of you and burst them and take them down. So I think that they're definitely gonna be able, if they get a lead, it will just be a small one, unless, I mean, Lucky Shoe proves me wrong once again and goes absolutely insane.
Also, this game, we will not see Lulu running around level 3 again. I'm fairly certain of that. And not even in the mid game. Lulu Jinx will be like the same champion. They will have to like stay in the same like area, because otherwise you'll run into Blitzcrank, run to the Evelyn, then it's not good for Imperial.
Yes, this team, I do not want to see Lucky Shoe in the middle of 3 people of UCL.
I also I hope that Nar takes Fateful Work and just don't die to Malphite, but I don't know. It's a rough lane. It's just a rough lane for now. But we will have to see.
We will go into just a very, very short break just as we're loading into the game. So we will be right back. So don't go away. All right, hello guys, and welcome back to the game. Yeah, the scoreboard's all right actually, because no either side switch sides there. But yeah, welcome back to the game. This is game 2 of Imperial versus UCL. Imperial managed to take game 1 in an incredibly quickly stomp, with everyone just getting outclassed really. But hopefully UCL will be able to bounce back here because I mean, of course, we want to see a competitive series. We're not just here to watch stomps today. That's not why we're all here. We want to watch good games, and we want to see a close matchup.
I mean, we want the narrative that UCL is about to pull a reverse sweep, like.
I mean, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that one, but I'm not too sure about that one. I think we still want Imperial to win, but I think it would be nice to see some more competitive games. Definitely.
So both teams are going for just a 5-point start, no invades,
no
like
funny
the first
invade
game.
shenanigans. I still can't believe he didn't see. I still can't believe the Seraphine didn't see.
It was a good play on vision. It's the same on like top tri-bush as well. So it's like when you're a top laner, you don't want to like stand in the tri-bush. You want to like walk out of the tri-bush, and it's like if there are 5 people coming from top side of the river, you run down bot river and escape, and vice versa. So Evelyn is doing a solo start, which is probably an Evelyn special. Like, so hiding the start of their jungler, but we'll see how that impacts. There are pings from Imperial like saying that Evelyn started blue, but clearly, UCL has been able to deceive it.
Yeah, well, clearly the strat's working. They don't know, going for the wrong one. But anyway.
Also, Nofright has gone for the Conqueror now. And I don't have to like say it again, but he's not gonna have a good time.
I mean, he is managing to hit level 2 first, so Purple Chicken is going to lose out on this trade early on. He's going to get zoned a bit from the wave, but as soon as that crashes into him, he's going to be able to get the levels back up and once again an even fight.
And since the bot lane didn't leash, Kaiser and Blitzcrank managed to get a push, which will basically spell out what the rest of the laning phase will go. So like they will be able to find like better rotations, better base timings, and they are able to just
huge hook onto Karma there, abusing 200 ping. Gorilla's gonna get instantly exhausted, and he's still gonna have to flash away though, and that's gonna be Ignite burn for 3 summoner spells. Absolutely massive trade for side of UCL, and that's what we're talking about when we're talking about the Blitzcrank getting hooks early on.
And the top and now managed to get a cheater of Malphite, which is really good. Oh, another play
this time.
Oh, nothing happened.
No, it just missed.
So maybe okay. So Truman is going top lane to gank the Gnar, who is 60% HP, 50% now.
I mean, this Gnar is just gonna go. Like this Gnar has no chance. It's just gonna get solo killed by the Malphite at this rate. The Truman doesn't even need to come. Yeah, and first blood goes to the Malphite. He's got 6 CS, but it doesn't matter.
It was very, very greedy of Gnar to not take the recall.
Oh, huge hook onto Lucky Shoot, and he doesn't have heal because he used it earlier to save the Lulu, and now he does have the flash there. Gorilla's getting taken very, very low here. He's gonna have to burst out, use the heal first. And what is this? How is Lucky Shoot finding the kill? Oh my god, he flashes away from the Blitzcrank too, doesn't get auto attacked, and he's gonna stay alive. How on earth did Imperial win that one?
I might be seeing things, but I think Kaiser missed an auto. I think that was the difference there. But also, obviously, because it was a huge minion wave that kind of like put in constant damage into the Kaiser. So, yeah, it's kind of... I don't know. It shouldn't happen, but it did.
I don't know, but like, Blitzcrank set everything up perfectly there. He burned out the heal early on, so Jinx didn't even have heal. Karma had no sums. And that was a massive hook onto the Jinx, and they should have been able to find that kill there, and I'm so surprised they didn't manage to do it. And now, oh, Karma might actually get caught here once again. But it looks like he will be that hook missed. What the fuck? Okay. Well, that looked like
that would hit.
That looked like it connected on my screen too, but anyway, just League of Legends things. But anyway, yeah, but like I'm incredibly surprised that Gorilla wasn't able to pick up the kill there, because if he was able to pick up the kill there, they're gonna be able to find a lead in this bot lane, and that's gonna be absolutely massive, as we were saying earlier.
Yeah, and now they have to either double down on this and just like say Evelyn just come bot, or they have to try to find another route to victory. And we still haven't. Well, okay, Northern obviously ganked top, but at currently both junglers are kind of like just clearing and only finding opportunistic ganks when they could. Evelyn hasn't ganked yet, obviously, but probably is what Evelyn is banking on. Mid lane looks very sleeper because like literally the camera didn't even pan to mid lane.
You just play like when you're playing Corki. Like Corki, I don't know about everyone, but I don't know about everyone if everyone knows here, but everyone knows I'm a Morgana mid lane. And if my Morgana is banned or if I was into a matchup that is actually unwinnable, I just play Corki and sit there and farm for like half the game. And when it hits the team fights, I just auto attack someone and then delete their HP bar. So.
But look at mid lane though. Heiselord is actually hovering mid, and this might be good or bad depending on the outcome because he's missing quite a bit of XP.
I'm not sure about jumping forward there. I think that's. I don't think that's the correct decision. That he's gonna get killed by the Malphite despite being at level up, and 20 CS ahead. What on earth is going on?
I mean, it's just how the matchup goes. It's like. Even level 5 Malphite with 3 points in Q literally demolishes your health bar or not. And when you go Conqueror, that means you're not getting the regen from Split Footwork. Or even Grass is better as well if you can like... Having Grass will allow you to bully the Malphite in the early 3 levels.
Oh, and another hook onto Lucky Shoe. Surely he's not going to be that lucky this time and he will go down. Oh, but Karma is here to give him the shield and he will stay alive once again. A Gorilla is going to take it now. Oh no, oh no, oh no. The rocket launcher coming in and he's going to be able to get out with his life. Having to use the flash there. I mean the Blitzcrank is just setting up so many kills, but they're not able to find any.
It's just weird. Like Blitzcrank got a hook, but Kaiser had to flash away. It's not normal.
This shouldn't be happening. I don't know what's going on. And that's another rocket grab coming out, but it's once again going to be completely meaningless. This time Truman flies in and gets a double kill with that paranoia. No.
They should know. They should know that Nocturne is level 6. I mean, he probably didn't show on map, but like Evelyn should be saying
like
okay.
it's the time of the game where junglers hit level 6, so it's definitely should be something careful about.
Well, for farming junglers anyway. I guess maybe they thought they had time, but I think Nocturne probably took. No, actually Nocturne didn't kill XP. Like he just farmed like a few camps ahead of Evelyn, and that's why he got the lead. Huh.
Yeah, and I mean, absolutely incredible things I'm seeing. Say no pride in my his whole bot just disappeared. That was like 3 buttons pressed from Purple Chicken. And then no pride is just completely lost already. Like look at his HP bar.
I don't know. Yeah, look at this. Like,
he's just gone. He just can't stay in lane anymore. This wave is just gonna crash.
Yeah,
if he stays, he's just gonna ult by Malphite. He's gonna go down. Like look, he's gone. TB doesn't matter. It does not matter. It's too late to do anything. And now there's gonna be a dive bot lane as well. Truman coming in once again. An Incident is here too with his massive package, and that is gonna be 3 more kills going for the side of Imperial.
Yeah, it's over. It's good that it lasted, but it's over. The game is just over. The series.
I can't believe it. I mean, like the thing is, UCL had their chances too. Blitzcrank setting them up so many times, time and time again, but they're not able to find the kills.
It's so sad how like Miraculousn TP top to try to like get a kill on Malphite, but Malphite said, well, I just one-shot the Gnar and I take no damage from Gnar, so I walk out right away. And then, meanwhile, Corki with the package.
Oh, and Gorilla is not able to take that wave.
Yeah, that is illegal. Like, they can't walk up there.
I can't believe. Like, honestly, if you wanna go for something like that top lane, I think what you need to do is you need to put a ward in one of the bushes behind in lane, so that the Cassio is able to TP in much more quickly than where she did. Because basically, if you TP onto the tower and Gnar is there, like the Gnar is just gonna die before you can even get there. Whereas if you have sort of a flanking position, you're able to then both get on top of a Malphite and have a much stronger chance of taking him out. Or even then, like Malphite is just gonna ult one of you because you're split, and then you're still gonna go down. So.
In that specific situation, there was like even if there were ward like in lane or something, Malphite could just walk downwards and it wouldn't have mattered because Gnar didn't manage to actually put any damage on the Malphite for Cassio to kill Malphite. So that was kind of sad to watch. Are there any silver linings?
Cassio hasn't died yet. It looks like Evelyn might go falling down once again, but no, she gets out with the Ultimate right there. The last caress, as it's also known.
Oh, can you check? Does Cassio have Gathering Storm?
Ah, well, enemy. First, let's make sure Incident doesn't die in mid lane, and he looks like he won't. Cassio does not, in fact, have Gathering Storm. She has Scorch.
Oh, this win condition is gone. Sad.
The one win condition is gone. Well, I mean, on the plus side, UCL have strong winning chances tomorrow, I guess. So,
What is tomorrow?
so tomorrow I think we're having Osu first, and as well as Overwatch, and I think one of the Valorant games as well. So that's gonna be 3 different games, and then on Monday we're gonna have another Valorant game. I think it's like Team 1. I don't remember exactly why it was on Monday, but don't think they could make Saturday or Sunday, so it had to be on Monday in the end. And in the meantime, I mean, no pride, like Gnar is just gone again. I mean, it's a common factor in the game today. Top lane dying many times, and Jerome isn't gonna even need the paranoia because the Super Mega Dev Rocket is gonna take out the Evelyn there. Now Truman, I mean, looking for a 1v2 once again. Spell Shield coming out. Oh my god, it's just completely one-sided matchup right now.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate how Nocturne managed to tag Gnar at the end of his Q, giving him the bonus movement speed to chase down and just press right breaker, and Gnar just dies. Oh god. Oh yeah, Twitch is saying deathless games from ICL ? This is what I want to see, actually.
Deathless game? Well, I mean, the last game wasn't deathless because Karma was playing engage support.
Yeah,
you know what happens when Karma plays engage support? He just goes in and runs it anyway. Like he will go in for the engages, even if it means he dies.
It would be quite cool if it's like a perfect game where all the towers are down, all the inhibs are down, and then 0 deaths from.
It would be a good. I'm not sure it would be a good match. It would be a good story to tell one day. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
When Varsity comes around once again. Like, well, remember last year when you didn't get any kills or towers or dragons? But
what? Is that what happened?
Oh no!
Oh,
as in like next year.
Yeah.
It's like a story for next year. But anyway, I mean, oh, there's a huge. Oh no, never mind. It's not huge. I spoke too soon.
It's got the Jinx flash.
It was close to being huge. Okay. It had like a glimmer of hope, you know, like the glimmer, and then it disappeared. Got excited for a second. I mean, like, let's be honest. What's the point of putting a Malphite into your team? He's just gonna ult your team. Oh, he's gonna die. Oh, the heal comes out. The shutdown. Gorilla has saved his team from all the embarrassment. He has picked up a kill. UCL have basically won the game at this point.
Yeah, RIP Deathless runs, says to chat. But yeah, hooking a Malphite isn't the best play because, you know, you're just helping him to engage. But getting 1 kill there is not the worst, I suppose. It's better than getting 0 kills.
I mean, at this point, I would say, well, just this game doesn't matter. Just go for next game. But unfortunately, there is no next game. So.
There is the next game.
Oh well. I mean, like, I wouldn't get too disheartened. Like, I mean, maybe next time UCL will bring a stronger roster. You know, maybe the full team will come next time.
After all, it's a friendly game, and it's just, you know, we don't want to play and have fun. But yeah, I do wish it was like closer, but unfortunately, it wasn't. Okay.
Oh, and that's another hook onto Nocturne. Actually, that's gonna be another kill. Oh my god. Oh, finally, the Blitzcrank getting a kill for all of the hooks he's managed to pull off this time. Maybe we'll find another one onto Karma, in fact. Running in, looking for a possible rocket grab. He's not going to be able to find it, though. But, I mean, that's another kill going over. Absolutely massive. Well, he is the one to pick up the kill, though, so that's going to be the goal going over to him. But, I mean, it's well-deserved, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he has worked so hard the whole game. Like he needs some recognition.
Like, it's not like he's been missing hooks. Like, he's been finding so many of these hooks. It's just, his team hasn't been able to follow up. So he's got a recognition he's deserved, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the silver lining is Cassio is actually quite strong. When he finishes his when she finishes her mythic and because she's now currently deathless, so she's basically having like the same XP as Corki. So maybe in a fight, if she managed to like not get hit by anything and actually deal some damage, she could do some serious work there.
No, and there's a TB coming out top lane here, looking to save Lucky Shu because he was in a little bit of trouble, but not really too much. And now UCL just taking so much damage in this fight already. Incident is flying forward. Karma is getting caught. Karma is donating some kills to UCL because he feels sorry for them, I think. I think that's why. He's like, well, I can't. He's like Karma's the type of player. He's like, well, I've not died this game yet. Like, it just looks like I've been doing nothing if I haven't died for the team, right? So I've got to kill myself to give myself some recognition.
That's not very PG.
No, but that's his strategy for the game, I think. But anyway, that's going to be another mid tower falling down. 10k gold lead at 16 minutes. It's not looking great.
Yeah, it really isn't. I don't know what to say now. Like, Jinx turrets. Yeah, turret is dead.
There goes another
Now,
tower.
yep.
You know, one thing I want to talk about for this game,
on.
because this game is basically over already, is like itemization. Because I feel itemization is really weird right now. Like, I don't know when is a good time to build shield bow. Because I see like stuff like Corki build shield bow. Why do you build shield bow instead of something like Gelforce and Corki? Is there a reason?
I think Shieldbow and Corki is the majority because Corki wants some lifesteal, and I don't think he gets lifesteal until he gets Bloodthirster. So that's kind of the reason, I think. But on some other champions, like for example, those who can go Triforce or Shieldbow, like the difference is like barring any like stat reasons, it's more like if you get one shot, you need Shieldbow. But if you don't, usually Trinity Force is like the better dueling item. But again, if you go on the example on Corki, it's Corki...
Look at you! He's gone! He will go down this time, surely. He will not survive. But Truman is here with the paranoia. He's got in for a 1v3 though, so that might be a bit more than he can chew. No Pride, however, also going in for a bit more than he can chew, going over that wall right now. Cassie is able to TP in though, but she's by herself. She's the only one outside this wall. He's able to stun the Malphite, who gets pulled into the enemy team. But he does go down as well though, but Incident's here too, and he's got an item and a half along with that shield bow. He's not going to die anytime soon. He's going to pick up a couple of kills here surely as well. Or not. And Karma is going to get deleted by Evelyn here.
That TP sucked. The initial fight was really good. So you get the Jinx, and that should probably be the end of the play because how the Utilitarian's position, like behind that wall, they can't get into the pit like as the group. And Na jumped in on his own and died, and Cassio was like, I will join you in your death, and TP'd.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
Great.
I mean, like, I think if Cassio TP'd to a better position that fight, it might have worked because you saw how she was completely by herself in the dragon pit. Like if she was like maybe in river, like upper river, there was a wall there she could TP to and get a sort of a better group position with the rest of the team. Maybe it would have been more winnable. I don't know.
I just find it quite unlikely that after using Blitzcrank Hook, UCL team has another tool to like catch the rest of the Imperial team, because the Imperial they were bursting down Dragon, and Imperial will probably just run.
Oh! I don't even need to commentate on that. I think we all know what happened there. Although, what happened now is Truman might actually die here. Oh, but the Malphite goes flying forward with Unstoppable Onslaught, and that's going to be Corki picking up 2 kills right there. He's going to go for his 3rd, but Jinx is going to steal her away.
That's that lane's unsafe.
Oh! Evelyn's going to get a kill! Evelyn's not going to get a kill. Never mind.
Didn't have ultimate.
Feels bad, man. I mean, that's pretty much gonna be the end of this game already. We already knew that for the past 10 minutes, but
do we even want an interview after like the matches? It might be just BM, right? Like to have.
It's been BM for the past 2 games. I'm sure these guys are used to it, right?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. Oh, that hook was kind of close actually. But I'm not sure it would have made it too much of a difference. But it doesn't really matter at this point. 2 inhibs gonna go to the side of Imperial. They should just back out here and maybe look to do Baron. Maybe go spend some of that gold they earn. I mean, I don't even want to look at the gold anymore because like, what's the point really? You know how much gold they have. I mean, what is surprising is that Na is actually even with gold with Malphite. I don't know how they managed that one.
I think maybe the killer got is like a shutdown.
Yeah, I mean, Trooper might actually get caught here, but Incident is here to back him up, and No Pride is just so squishy compared to Corky's damage right here. And he's gonna go down. Oh, he's not gonna go down. He's gonna pick up the kill onto Truman. That's gonna be a huge shutdown go to the Cassio. And that's really, really big actually.
In the grand scheme of things, they are still 12k down.
But they're going for Baron. They're going to rush his Baron as quick as possible before Imperial can react. But Incident is here. So he gets pulled over the wall. Oh, he gets blocked. Oh, it's so big. He's still able to take on the Na just because of how much damage he does. But oh my god! And Malphite is flying. It just to delete the Evelyn as well. What can Cassio do? Absolutely nothing. She's just going to go down as well. Going to have to flash away. Lucky she follows too. And that will be her going down in the end. I mean, I know UCL have lost this, but can we just give some credit to Blitzcrank? He's been trying to save the game so many times, time and time again. He's got some massive hooks off in this game.
It was a very good... Did he hook
He hooked the Corki over the wall, and then he knocked the Corki up so he couldn't W back over the wall.
Yeah. Like, he cancelled the Corki W.
Yeah, he cancelled the Valkyrie. Oh, with another hook! He is absolutely out of this world today. He is single-handedly trying to save the game for UCL. But the lead is just too big. Oh, that was another close one. Oh my god.
I play A-Ram with Flash a lot. Like, when he gets back, and, you know, I can just sit back and just wait
He
for
just sits back and he just hooks people in and you just killed him for 3 kills. He's gonna get another one here, look! Look, he's got another one! He's got another one! This one they're gonna get another kill going for oh no, that's not gonna be another kill going for UCL because Purple Chicken is here, but Purple Chicken is nearly going down, actually there's a massive petrifying gaze going out, and Gorilla is gonna fly again, but look how much damage he does! It barely registers onto the Malphite. And now No Pride to go down to. That will be the end of the game, surely. Excalibur is going to get spotted out here with that control ward. He is able to put out quite a lot of damage with the ultimate though, but it will not be enough in the end. And now, Imperial's health bars are quite low actually. I don't know if they are able to end here. Incident does put out a huge amount of damage though, so they do have to be careful right here. He needs to make sure he doesn't get hooked, but he gets hooked again. That is another hook registering. And Incident's going to go down here. I think Imperial's side are too low to go for this fight right now, but Truman does not care. He's going to go for a kill anyway. Super Mega Death Rocket is going to miss, and now it's just Cassio against all of the super minions. Will she be able to defend? I don't think the answer is... I think the answer is no. I think it's no. Oh, the base will fall. This feels so bad. Oh no, Jinx is here. Jinx is here to end the game, and that will be the victory going over to Imperial. Wow.
Peak League of Legends right here, guys.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. That was... I mean, like, honestly, I think Imperial just didn't really care in the end. Like, but the hooks were so big from this guy. Like, every time, I just want to talk about these hooks. The hooks are massive.
They are. I think, like, a lot of them is actually quite good in terms of, like, how he navigated around minions to, like hook just to the side of the minion to get the angle, and like how using the end of the Blitzcrank hitbox, which is like a circle, to get the extra, like, you know, like how you do like those crazy hooks with Nautilus. It's kind of the same thing on Blitzcrank as well. So
I mean, he literally did more damage than the ADC on his own team.
Damn.
He was absolutely incredible that game. I mean, props to him for trying to save the game, but unfortunately he wasn't able to, which is a real shame really. But
should we get Louis to do the interviews?
Yeah. Let's bring Louis back. Louis, you here? If you're watching the stream, feel free to hop over, because I'm sure you'll enjoy your moment interviewing Truman, probably your dragon as well. Is he here?
Yeah, my name.
Hello, Louis.
Hey, Louis.
Yo, you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
So who are we interviewing?
It'll be hard in Truman, no?
I think we're interviewing Truman today.
I think carry is okay.
We can do.
or
We can do.
carry.
We could do.
We could do both.
We could do
did
both.
junglers.
I could
two
drag
games.
both of them here.
I think drag both carry and Trimon in.
All right. Well, there's one. Hello, Carrie.
Hello.
And there's Truman. Hello, Truman.
Hello.
Big ups. It's the gang. I'm doing the interview, so prepare for scuffed questions. So yeah. I think I'm gonna ask questions about the game first. So game 1, I can't really remember what actually happened in game 1. I think it was over like 20 minutes or something. Wait, what did you play? Hecarim. Yeah. Why did do you guys see what happened with Seraphine level 1? She didn't see you guys at all. Like,
What do you mean?
Seraphine in the tri-bush. Like, she saw you guys, but she didn't move. Like, did you guys like mind control her or?
I don't know, man.
Wait, I don't think
blind spot, isn't it? I don't
because
know.
of vision. Like because of the hugging the wall.
Yeah, usually you stand outside the bush, so you can see us approaching. But yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe she was just watching the TSM game like we were just now in this game.
I think she was texting, but so that Hecarim game was like over pretty quickly. And I'd like to just ask Carrie, like, do you have like a hole in your chair for your big balls? Because like you ulted into like 3 people once, and it's like you ulted mid against 3 of them. The cast was like, what the hell is this guy doing?
When I play with my friends, we just just limit testing, right? Just to see what your champion can do.
No cap.
Sometimes it goes well, sometimes you just die.
It's all a learning experience.
It's all a learning experience, yeah.
And game 2, I think, I mean, is it fair to say that you guys won that flip bot lane during that 2v2? It looked like you guys were going to lose it until I think Kai'Sa cancelled an auto, sadly. But that was.
I think it was quite all calculated. Like,
yeah, I mean, you flashed.
It was quite close
before Blitz flash, so you dodged the auto.
Yeah, in the end.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to really ask. I mean, the game was over pretty much in draft for both times, but it's interesting to see Truman play Nocturne. We've not seen you on the Nocturne. You're usually the kind of guy to Hecarim,
Yeah,
Nunu.
I just wanted to try a new champion.
Do you feel like it?
Yeah, just
so I think the burning question is, this was a great game, but where was this Imperial in Winter New?
I mean, obviously, we had a different roster during that specific period of time.
Oh right,
One of those players is no longer
Karma
with
was
us.
in China that he couldn't play, but now he's back in.
He's still in China.
He's still in China,
but he could play it out because he decided to wake up.
No, we had someone who won't be named in the mid lane back then. But yeah.
Well, I mean, look, we respect all players here. We don't look down on anyone.
Yeah,
but,
we don't.
Except
just
for
a
GC.
very nice society.
But anyway, thank you guys for coming. Cookie, do you have any questions to ask?
Really, I mean, you guys had fun. UCL not so much. That's kind of it. So
yeah, Cookie has no more hair. Once you saw the Gnar, the Malphite into Gnar again, he was like, "Nah, I can't watch this again. The Gnar's just gonna hate his life."
Yeah, I mean, they literally like a game to get like 2 hours ago that kind of showed how this matchup can't be played, and yeah, they didn't ban Malphite.
I think we kind of read them like a book in draft. I don't think they're the best at drafting, unfortunately. Maybe this would just be a learning experience for them.
Yeah, maybe maybe you should write a guide or something.
Bless them.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. Yeah. Well, Cookie, do you have another question? Sorry.
No. I was gonna close.
Yeah. Thank you two for joining today. And that will be the end of day 1 of Varsity. Tomorrow we will have coming up. What we have again? Oh, we have Osu in the morning. Let me go open my schedule because I forgot.
Osu.
We have Osu in the morning, starting at 1 in the morning. Actually, no, 1 p.m. is not quite morning, is it? I mean, it's morning for me.
Wait.
It's morning for me. So we have Osu starting at 1 p.m. and then we have Overwatch Team 2 starting at 4 p.m. Then Valorant Team 2 starting at 6, and then finally we have the Overwatch Team 1, which is a best of 5 starting at 8 o'clock. So exciting,
Oh yeah, big
exciting
ups.
matchups.
We got to go watch that one. That one's going to be a banger.
Incredibly exciting matchups coming up tomorrow. So I'm sure you guys are all tuned in for those as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, thank
And
you.
don't forget, if you guys have Twitch Primes, to use them on twitch.tv/ICL_. I don't know what our Twitch is. Don't use it on the UCL one. The UCL one gives bad emotes, whereas in Pure we have one emote, which is our logo, which looks bad. So use it on ours.
I mean, like the thing is, unfortunately, the president himself has decided to take the ICL channel for himself. So I'm stuck on the second channel, which is the UCL one. So so I think the OSU games will be streamed on OCL or UCL. The Overwatch games will be streamed on UCL, and the Valorant one will be over on the Imperial channel. So yeah, go catch us tomorrow. That will be the end of today. However, Cookie, do you have any closing thoughts?
Nah.
I think, like, honestly, I'm just really surprised that the games were so one-sided today. I was hoping for some closer matchups. In all of the games, in all three games already, in all three teams.
You see, Chad is saying interview with Blitzcrank.
I think he's gone.
Is he gone?
Just gone.
He was so big. I don't see him in the chat anymore, unfortunately.
Sad.
Like, let's be honest, that Blitzcrank was kind of good, right? You gotta give him some
alright.
praise.
Yeah, he was actually really good. He was like
probably the best player on.
Oh, he's here. Oh, if you wanna interview, feel free to join on the channels in the Varsity Discord, and I will drag you over.
Yeah, maybe we should get rid of Truman.
Maybe we should get rid of Truman first. Sorry, Truman. I think I'm gonna have to move you back. But it was nice having you here along with Kerry. Hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys have a good week as well.
Oh, hey, hi, Celeste.
Have a good.
Let me go drag
it
you.
You guys are moving the rug.
Hello?
Hello.
Yo! This is the Blitz guy.
It is me.
Hello, hi.
All right, I don't know. Chat wanted you in, so we're gonna try and think of some questions. So actually, I've got a semi-serious question.
Yeah, go for it.
How high UCL placed quite high in winter, Neil, right? Or I can't remember what the standard.
UCL were really, really high in winter, and they got into.
Oh yeah,
but
spring, different team though.
But it was
a
different roster
team.
who disbanded after I think losing in Varsity.
Oh really? That's actually a shame.
I'm pretty sure they disbanded because one of their players couldn't play.
Oh right, okay.
So they decided either we go in as a team or
we just all leave, which is fair enough.
Yeah, they were type group, so definitely a very good team though.
That's on because I actually didn't. I knew you guys were quite high up in winter, and I didn't know how high up you were in like I didn't know if the roster changed because I thought. I mean, I don't mean this in a bad way, but like the roster here didn't look as if they were the one that won or like were really good in the winter one.
No, they had a few very, very high ranked players on the Exodus roster last year that were very, very strong. Different team.
So I mean, I know it's like two defeats, but where do you think it went wrong? Do you think it was just before the game it was quote unquote doomed, or was it just execution just wasn't there for you guys?
First game I think was, I mean, it's tough to say. Both games were pretty doomed on draft. First game, I strung into it pretty hard. Second game, lost a few coin flips that could have worked in our favor.
Yeah, that level 2 was
level
unlucky.
2 was rough. At one point I flashed in E and actually just misclicked my auto. That maybe would have killed. So that's kind of unfortunate. But I mean, you can't really like go on these little details. It's kind of it always.
Oh, and I have to ask, the Rammus pick was last, right? If I remember the.
Yeah, the Rammus pick is tough. Yeah, our jungler has a few good champions he's really good on, but the Rammus is one we often go back to, and it's either very, very effective or it just falls short, and this time it kind of fell short. He couldn't do much.
Yeah, I think it's unlucky you also burn flash like pre wave, because then it's just like you're just an easy target. So it's like really hard to go. I mean, you guys like did do your best, but it's like you guys tried to contest topside when Hecarim was invading, but it's like you guys were just down on
I mean,
summoners,
yeah.
and it's just
I mean,
hard.
yeah. We were at a point of the game where it was, well, if we don't go very, very proactive and try these really risky plays, well, it's pretty much just doomed. So
I mean,
that's like
for us,
that's
anyways,
what we've
like
been doing.
casters and like spectators, it's way better to watch your team just like. And I never mean this in a bad way, but like realize that they're doomed. But like you got to fight now, or it's just gonna bleed out for like 20 minutes. And
Yeah, we didn't really want to sit back and like take it, so we just went for the aggressive plays and tried to like flip something into our favor. It didn't work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. That's just how it is, I'm afraid. But yeah, so second game, pretty much the same thing. I tried to just like try some risky plays. That Baron play was really risky.
But I have to
If
say,
it
the
worked in
hook
our
onto the
favor,
Corki was huge as well, knocking him up.
yeah. That E like just the Blitzcrank is just disgusting ability, to be honest, just interrupting literally anything. So yeah, if in another world where we get that Baron or maybe just turn to fight, maybe something else happens. But hey, at least we tried.
Yeah, does anyone else have questions? I was trying to think of like good ones to ask, but it was last minute, so I don't really have anything good to ask you.
No, it's all good.
Not so much. It's. I mean, I just want to like say, yeah, good attitude. Like in terms of like, especially game 2, where you still try to like, even on the dragon, try to death push the Jinx.
Yeah. Why not follow P-Brixink? No, in another world they leave Thresh open and we absolutely curb stomp them, but that's another story.
they never left open for you. So.
Yeah, I mean, last Varsity, it happened once and it went in our favor. Second one, not gonna happen, I'm afraid. They learned from their lesson, I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, thank you for joining us once again. It's a shame you didn't manage to find a win today, but
no worries, thanks for having me.
Hopefully in the future you'll always get back a stronger team together.
We bounce back.
Yeah. Hopefully next year we'll see some fighting spirits out. But anyway, we'll be closing out the stream for today. Once again, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow though for some more exciting games. Thank you all for coming.
Bye.